the only Spicy, and I am back today with another All Signs Live. I hope that you all are doing well. I hope that you all are feeling blessed. I'm feeling blessed. I'm well, and I'm excited to get into the reading for today. So, I did switch up the topic. I don't know. I just kind of felt like reading for this question. It was bad random. So, I hope y'all do not mind. Um, So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get a sip of my energy drink. As you all come in, let me know how you are doing. Let me know where you are tuning in from, and also let me know which sign that you would like for me to get started with. Hey, Cha Cha. I hope you are well. I hope you are doing great. I hope you're feeling blessed. I was just telling the chat that I changed the reading topic for today. I don't know. I just felt like reading for this. So, yeah, it's an entertainment reading for today. The question is, how do you compare to the other partners they have dated or are currently dating? Okay. Especially if you are in a third party situation. Okay. So you just have to place it, how it applies to you. All right. So that's just what it's going to be. Hey, Roger, you want me to start with Cancer? Okay, I'll start with Cancer. It's funny because Cancer is right here on the bottom. Um, but yeah, y'all. So the three different questions I'm going to be asking is like, how do you compare positively? Um, so how do you, I guess I want to say like outrank the other people that they have dated or are currently dating? Um, how do you compare? I want to say negatively. Okay, and then I guess that's how you contrast. I don't know. Look, I don't know. Okay, because we're nuanced here on this channel. All right. So positively, negatively, and how do you stand out? Okay. How do you stand out? So that's what it is. All right. So we're going to go ahead and start with Cancer. We're starting with the water signs for today. Let me get a sip of my energy drink. Shout out to the moderators. All right, Cancer, your timestamp is going to be 3 minutes. I know I tend to talk a lot, but y'all, I have a lot to do. Okay, so we're gonna try to make these messages as clear and concise as possible. Hey, Dina. All right, Cancer, you're up. How do you compare to the other partners they have dated or are currently dating? Especially if you know you're in a third party situation or if it's an open situation, polyamorous, it is whatever it is for you. Okay, it's whatever it is for you. So Cancer, it seems like in a positive sense or in a positive light, you seem to be a bit more like flexible and adaptable than the people that the person on your mind has dated in the past. So the person in your mind has dated a lot of like rigid people, a lot of like controlling people, like my way or the highway type of people that didn't really listen to their input. Okay. And I feel like this person's input is very valuable. Okay. And this could even have to do with the material realm and finances. Okay. So it seems like this person's input is actually very valuable. But people tend to overlook that and they don't necessarily want to listen to the person that you have on your mind. So it seems like you're a good listener. And just in general, you're just very like resourceful as well. So they could have dealt with people that have a very like limited mindset, like people that don't really have like a strong sense of will. Okay. So I just feel like they're used to dealing with people that tend to like give up, people that don't even try, you know, people that could be very stubborn. It seems like you're more so willing to like work with this person, or at least to consider their opinions, their feelings, and also their advice. That's really nice. Good for you. Okay. Like the person on your mind has been left in the dark. Okay. They've been left in the dark. They've been just left in uncertainty and confusion as it relates to the people that they've dated in the past. Um, I also wanted to say like stalemate. Okay, so I'm getting like a stalemate type of energy as well. Like you're just a bit more like fluid, mutable, and adaptable. Like just not as stubborn. Okay, not as stubborn. Like all right, so I mean that works well for them, but I feel like this person would say, as far as like how do you compare in like a negative sense, I feel like it's like this person would say that yeah, you are easygoing, but you may not have as strong boundaries. So it's like they're used to dealing with people that are rigid, people that are like not flexible, so inflexible. They like your flexibility, but they feel like as it relates to other people, it's like you tend to let people kind of like jump over your boundaries, or you don't really necessarily protect yourself because you like to go with the flow. So they like the fact that you go with the flow, but they think that it works against you. So you got to kind of have a bit more of a backbone is what they're saying. And they also feel like you sometimes will compromise your standards and expectations. Like you allow other people to like, you know, what do I want to say? You allow other people to like steamroll over you, or you allow other people to make you a doormat because you're just so concerned with having to go with the flow. So it's like the positive aspect about you can also be negative if you're dealing with the wrong people. Okay. Especially if you're dealing with mean people, critical people, people that act like bitches, people that are, you know, very cruel, people that act very like spiteful towards you. They feel like you need to develop more of a backbone. So that's how they feel. All right. So how do you stand out? Well, let me use this deck and see what we can get from here. Yeah, they feel like you would be better off and you would be more happy if you prioritized your peace, if you started to actually protect your boundaries, as opposed to like allowing people to push them. Okay, they feel like you would be better off. They feel like you would be in more of a clear headspace. Um, and yeah, it's like your strength can also be a weakness, Cancer. That's what this person is trying to say. Okay, so how do you stand out amazingly? Well, this person loves your vision and foresight. They love the things that you are planning for your future, or the things that you tell them that you want to do. They also like the fact that you could be very like spiritually gifted as well, which could definitely be very true. Water signs tend to be very like intuitive and also very psychic. It's not just, in my opinion, I don't just like relegate it to Pisces, you know, like the Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Okay, like all of y'all. All right. So they definitely like the fact that, you know, you have a plan for yourself. You actually care about your future. You're working towards your future, and they actually believe in what it is that you say that you want to do. So many people in their past could have, you know, express what their visions were, but they weren't necessarily making steps towards it. So they may also like the fact that you're ambitious, but just taking it back to like how you compare positively, it's like you really are doing the best with what you have. You may not have the most resources right now. You may not have the most money in the world right now, but you're literally trying to make it work with what you have. And this person admires that. So you're very willing. Okay. They admire your willingness, but they think that you could be a bit of a doormat. Okay. That's how you compare, I want to say, in a negative sense. But they're also used to dealing with people that don't necessarily consider others, that are very, like I said, rigid, stubborn, or inflexible. All right, Cancer, let's go ahead and move on. I hope y'all enjoyed the reading. The next sign that I have here is Scorpio. Okay, Stairway to Serbia. Hey, Yvette. Who else is in the chat that I haven't said hi to? Because I know the chat was bussing. Hey, Shark Brown. Thank you so much, Shark. All right, I think I said hi to everyone. All right, let me reset my cards and then we'll move on. All right, Scorpio, your timestamp is going to be 11:30, just so I could get another sip of my energy drink because I've been out working on my other stream of income today. It's been a lot, so I need to regain some energy and strength, okay? Thanks, Roger. I'm glad that the reading resonated with you. And I mean, as it relates to like how you, I guess, compare in a negative sense, or just like where you may be like lacking, I'm just just grateful that we are all mature here and we're all insightful, and we do not lack self-awareness. So just even for you, that's something that you can think about, and just as you continue to keep growing and evolving and transforming. Stairway to Serbia, you could definitely feel free to book a personal reading with me. But the question that I'm answering today for this all signs is, how do you compare to the other partners they have dated or are dating? So the person on your mind, how do you compare or contrast to the other people that they've been with? All right. Okay, thank you so much, Guerrero. Trust your feelings when dealing with challenges. Be fair and kind to others, and you'll find emotional balance, healing, and unexpected support are coming. That's amazing. I love that message. All right, Scorpio, I'm going to change your timestamp to 12:30. And then we'll keep it pushing. All right, Scorpio. All right, let's see. So the person on your mind, how you compare to the other people that they have dated or are dating. Okay, this is good. It's good. Well, Scorpio, this is pretty much in alignment with, I want to say, who you are. It's pretty much in alignment that this person loves the fact that you have self-awareness, and you understand that um when there are things that need to be integrated into your, I want to say, into your spirit and into your journey, it's like you don't necessarily hesitate to make those changes. You're not necessarily resisting that growth and evolution process. This person loves the fact that you all are on a spiritual journey, so you all may definitely be awakened. Okay, awakened, not living in the matrix, not really playing by societal rules or standards or expectations. You're pretty much living life in a very unconventional way. And you're also living in alignment with your purpose. And so, once you step into your purpose, it causes for you to have to live life differently. It's like you're not necessarily going to remain an aimless sheep that is just being programmed by society and just kind of going along like everybody else is. It's like you are definitely someone who is awakened. And what I wanted to say was living life on the edge. So the things that you're doing may seem a bit risky because not too many people are willing to walk this path of, stepping into their higher self. But this is something that you're doing with fervor, you're doing it with excitement, and you're also doing it with enthusiasm. So this person loves the fact that you are waking up, okay, or you have awakened. I kept hearing Neo, so the Matrix, okay, so you definitely may be the one, okay. That's how this person feels. They love that about you. Like, you actually do know what your purpose is, and you are very much aware. You're not someone that doubts yourself. You're not loathing. You are someone who is definitely learning from your lessons. Okay, so you've definitely done a lot of healing work as well. No one's saying that you're a perfect person, but because you are aware, it's like you're able to accept, who you are, where you are, and you're making the changes, okay, without being self-deprecating. Yeah, this person loves the fact that you are very decisive. You know exactly what it is that you want, and I feel like it was you having to go through this process of spiritual awakening where like the universe really just, the universe really woke you up. The divine definitely woke you up. It seems like you have a renewed sense of purpose. Okay. So yeah, this individual loves that. It's like you're not delusional. You don't have distorted thinking. It's like your what I want to say is insight and your mental clarity is very much active in your life, because I wanted to say it's like it's proactive, so you could be very intuitive, and this person loves that about you. Like you just seem like you always know what to do, or you always know what decision to make, but I just think it's because you're living life from the point of view of being in your higher self and not your lower self. Okay, so now we got to go to the other end of the spectrum. Okay. Now we got to go to the other end of the spectrum. So, what is it? Okay. What is the issue? How do you compare in a not so positive light? Um, yeah, you may have some issues with repressing your emotions. Okay. You may also have issues with like getting over depression and just being able to forgive other people for the shady and deceptive things that you have experienced. So forgiveness of others may be a bit of an issue. They feel like you're still holding on to pain from the past when it would benefit you to just let it go. Okay? So you all are definitely getting into alignment with your higher self. Your vibration is increasing. Like you have a very high vibration, but I do think that because what I just heard was like chinks in your armor. I feel like you still um are a bit too concerned with things that have already happened. Okay, so I don't want to tell you what to do, but I do think it's time for you to move through these things that no longer benefit you, like the things that other people have done to you, even though it's been hurtful, even though it's caused you a lot of drama, trauma, and pain. It's like this person feels like you have so many other great qualities about you, like in just your being and your essence and just where you're vibrating, that it would benefit for you to let these things go. So you're still repressing and holding on to feelings from the past that you should just let go. Okay, that person that hurt you, that person that cheated on you, like that person that lied to you and betrayed you, like who that person is. It's time for you to let it go and move on. That's how this person feels. Okay, so you may have an issue with being able to let go of things that have already happened to you, painful things that have already happened. Okay, yeah. Yeah, from your relationships. Okay, so they just feel like you need to let go of your past relationships that have only caused you pain. And what I heard was exes. Okay, so if you have some exes that have caused you pain, it's time for you to let it go. All right, especially if you have a habit of talking about it. Stop talking about people that do not benefit your life. Okay, stop talking about people that are liabilities to your life. Like stop talking about people that have gotten over on you, people that have used you, people that have played you. It's time for you to let go of that. The narrative. Okay, it's time for you to let go of the narrative. It's time for you to let go of those stories, because you still may be holding on to that and thinking that, okay, that's what you deserve. I just want to tell you that like your former life, okay, it was problematic. I can definitely say that you've definitely been hurt, but you still have an opportunity to live a better future. Okay, you still have that opportunity. You just have to be able to recover and let it go. All right, so I'm not telling you when to get over it. I just think it's something that you should be proactively working on. Yeah. Yeah, but what actually makes you stand out is your resilience. Okay, your resilience. So you need to understand that, like, you can be as emotionally resilient as possible and you will get through this. Okay, so you need to just act in accordance with who you actually naturally are. Like, let go of things that no longer benefit you. Okay, stop resisting the change. All right, because I feel like if you let go of the pain and the heartbreak and the trauma that you've experienced, like, and that sadness, is like you will just come out on the other side even more of a powerhouse, because that's just what I heard, like a powerhouse or a powerful person who could get through anything. So you really have to get into the energy of the chariot, get on one accord with yourself, get into agreement with yourself, and just tell yourself that, my past history is what it is, but that does not have to be the narrative for my life moving forward. I'm going to rewrite my life. Okay, because you still have the opportunity to do that. So let go of your history. Okay, and decide to surrender that and replace it with a better future. So that's it, Scorpio. You can do it. Like, you stand out. Like, this person, I feel like, has a lot of, faith in you. They have a lot of faith in you. So you can do it. Y'all like, do what? Get over your past. That's what you can do. Okay? Get over your past. You can do it. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the next water sign. And that is Pisces. Pisces. As you all are coming in, definitely say, hey, let me know where you are tuning in from. And then also make sure that you like the live and you also subscribe to the channel. Jesus Romero said, outfit check. It's nothing going on. Okay. This the same halter top I've been wearing for I don't know how many years. And I got the same cow print pants on that I bought during the pandemic. Like, it's nothing to see here. Okay. It's nothing to see here. If y'all know anything about me, I actually like to keep my clothes. Okay. I actually do. But since I dropped a lot of unhealthy fat, it's like, I need to just continue to keep letting them go. All right. So I can get new clothes. Embodying the energy of the hangman. Okay. Surrendering so that I can create room for the good that I seek. All right, Pisces, your timestamp is going to be 22 minutes. Okay, Roger, you're in North Chicago right now. That's what's up. Okay, it's a lot going on in Chicago from what I hear. But I also heard that Chicago is very fun in the summertime. So I'm hoping to visit very soon. Cha-Cha is in Jersey today. That's amazing. Yeah, y'all keep letting me know where you all are tuning in from. Pisces, you're up. How do you compare to the other partners they have dated or are currently dating? Okay. How do you compare? Positively and negatively. Let's get one card at a time. Okay. All right. Yo, like, you really advocate for yourself, Pisces. That's what this person is saying. Like, you have no issues with advocating for yourself. If you have to be rebellious, if you have to be defiant, you're going to do anything that is necessary to make sure that you protect your peace. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So in many ways it could sound like, you could be a bit defensive, but I'm just taking this as a strength because what this person is saying is like, they admire the fact that like you have done a lot for yourself, you've built up a lot for yourself, and you're not willing to allow other people to threaten what it is that you have. Okay, you're not willing to allow other people to threaten that. So if it's your peace, if it's your safety, it's like you're not going to allow other people to threaten that. If you have just had a major win in your life, that could be a financial glow up, that could be a physical glow up, or if you're just in a better place mentally, it's like you're not willing to allow anybody and their drama and toxicity to affect you, okay, and your person. So that's what this individual likes about you. Like, you don't just let anybody say anything to you. Okay, like, what song I just heard? I just heard a song by Ruger, where Ruger be like, he'd be like, can't nobody say shit to me, like something like that. Ruger says something in that song. Like, I actually like that Ruger song because he be making a lot of F-boy songs, but I like that one. Like, so you may regard yourself as a star. This person likes that you put yourself on a pedestal and you just not really about that drama. So that's what they like about you. That's how you compare positively. Yeah, you don't really get caught up in gossip. You don't get caught up in just the stupid petty things that people do. Like, you definitely know how to separate yourself, because what I just heard was differentiate. So you're not like them. Okay, like, you're not like them, because what I just heard Kendrick say is they not like us. Okay, so that's the type of attitude that you have. You definitely like to differentiate yourself. Yeah, you don't run from challenges. Okay, you don't run from challenges. You don't back down. You don't allow yourself to get pulled into it. It's like you just address it head on. Okay, because what I just saw was that commercial that would be like, head on, apply directly to the forehead. Head on, apply directly to the forehead. It's like you definitely will. Uh, what is it? It's like you will approach things head on. Okay, you're definitely gonna protect yourself. All right. Like it's really, what is it that I want to say? Like you don't compromise that. Okay, you're not easily compromisable. Okay, especially not for other people, and especially not for people that you know are hating on you and just trying to like drag you down. So that's what I'm getting. Yeah, there could be people around you that have like a crabs in a barrel mentality, or there's always someone trying to drag you down, trying to drag you down to their level, and they like that you always keep yourself on a pedestal. All right. So, how do you compare negatively? All right, how do you compare negatively? All right, let me see. Let me get some clarification. Okay, let me get some clarification. Yeah, so with this person, how do you compare negatively? I have to tell you. All right. So you may not have as much financial security as the people that they have dated in the past. All right. So you may not be doing so well as far as you being able to establish your independence. So that's what they're saying here. Okay. I hope you don't think I just gotta tell you. I had to tell you. Yeah, and they feel like sometimes you're disconnected from that. So they feel like you should potentially be going a bit more harder to ensure that like you have what you need financially. For some of you, you could be living beyond your means, and they feel like you need to pay more attention to your finances. They just feel like you may have a difficult time right now being able to like take care of yourself, being able to show up for yourself. So materially, you may not be doing as well as the people that they have dated in the past. All right, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Please don't be upset with me. Okay? Please don't be upset with me. Yeah, this person wants you to see that there are opportunities all around you that you can take advantage of. Okay? They feel like you have a lot that you should be very grateful for. So you just have to, increase your, I want to say, sense of gratitude, and understand that there's opportunities for you. Like you can create new things, you can create other streams of income. Um, you need to see that just because you may be inexperienced or you may not have as much knowledge, um, I think it's more so like experience as it relates to like doing well financially. They want you to understand that like as long as you continue to stay adventurous and to take risks, then you will be okay. So you all may not be using your time as wisely, or you may be a bit hard on yourself when things don't necessarily work out financially. They feel like you need to be a bit more positive about that. Okay, so a bit more like optimistic, and don't allow your situation to make you feel depressed or disconnected from your life. So that's what this person wants to say or would tell you. So yeah, you need to increase your optimism, and I think your financial situation will definitely increase. And also, don't be afraid to take opportunities or to create opportunities, and don't get upset when something doesn't pan out how you want it to financially. Oh, Roger, I'm not talking about Ruger from Dipset. I'm talking about Nigerian Ruger. Oh, you gotta listen. I mean, you gotta listen to Ruger. Ruger has some good songs. Okay, Ruger has some good songs. But that specific song for Pisces, I need to look it up. I need to look it up, like, because that's what he said in that song. Like, I'm a star. Can't nobody say shit to me. Yo, sorry, y'all probably like she's taking too long. I just gotta get the song lyrics because I actually like that song. don't know. I can't find that song. I can't find that song because the one song called Red Flags is coming up and I can't stand that song. Like, I can't stand that song. Yo, I have a love-hate relationship with Ruger. But anyway, how do you stand out, Pisces? You're funny. Okay, you're funny. Like, this person absolutely loves your humor. They always crack up when you all are talking, so you could be very like comedic. So yeah, like, I think you need to start, like, I don't want to say like laughing at your like circumstance, but I do think you need to start like looking at it through a sense of like levity, like not allowing yourself to get pulled into the lowest of the low, depression or moodiness because things aren't working out for you. So yeah, your financial situation is definitely depressing you. It's definitely making you feel a bit like apathetic towards life. Like, this person wants you to lighten up, and I feel like when you lighten up, you'll be more willing to like just see all of the possibilities and the opportunities that are around you. And you won't feel as like weighed down, and you can actually, be okay with trying new things, being okay with having a lack of knowledge about something because you're literally just trying your best. Or be okay with being inexperienced, like, it's okay. So this person, they have a lot of fun with you. Okay, that's where you really stand out. They really have a lot of fun with you, and they admire just how funny you are, so you lift up their spirits. So basically you need to turn inwards, lift up your spirits as well. It just reminds me of Kevin Hart laughing at my pain. Okay, so just find a way to let go of the baggage and the heavy emotions that you're experiencing because your finances aren't doing the best right now. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next sign. Where are we going, y'all? Are we doing earth, air, or fire? I'm gonna get a sip of water. Y'all let me know, and then we'll move on. Hey, Betty. Betty said fire. Okay, but which fire sign? Cha said fire. All right, but which one? Which one? Pick one. Hey, Mora. Dang. Okay, so we got Aries first. So we gonna do Aries, then we gonna do Leo. Aries, then Leo, and then Sag. Y'all make sure to say hi to Mora from 302. She's been very active with her YouTube channel, so definitely make sure that y'all give her a follow. Okay, go ahead and subscribe to her channel. All right. Unfortunately, we have to go in this order: Aries, Leo, then Sag. All right, so Aries. I'm doing well, Betty. How are you doing today? Aries, your timestamp is going to be 33:45. Aries, 33:45. All right. How do you compare to the other partners they have dated or are currently dating? Okay. Take it as it applies. Some people are aware that they're in open relationships. Some people are aware that their ex is dating someone else. Like, it is what it is. That's good that you're well, Betty. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, Amen Folly. Roger said driving through Chirac got me feeling a certain way. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot going on in Chicago right now. All right, Aries. Okay, Aries. All right, so how do you compare positively? Well, you're honest, you're intelligent, you're very smart, you're an independent and free thinker, you're a very fair person, you do exactly what is right, you have standards, you have clarity, like you're someone who sees things for what it is, so you're very perceptive. This person loves the fact that you are a leader. I mean, to some people, it might come off as though you are bitchy, but you have standards. Okay. Thank you so much, Mora. Yeah, you have standards. Like, you know exactly what you want. You're a very logical person. All of the decisions that you make tend to be based in your logical headspace. So I'm not saying that you're not an emotional person, but you don't make emotional and impulsive decisions. Okay. So this person definitely loves that about you. You're very wise and they just admire your understanding of the world. So yeah, you're definitely a next level thinker is what I wanted to say. You're a thinker. You're very smart. They love the fact that you like to read books, and you like to educate yourself. Okay. Very knowledgeable. This person feels like they could have a question about something random, but you would be able to answer that question because you know a lot of information about a lot of different topics. So you're a very smart person. You're smarter than anybody that they've ever dealt with. Point blank, period. So that's amazing. Good for you, Aries. Yeah, you're smart. You're smart. Like, and the thing they also like about you as well is that you're not afraid to make spontaneous decisions or unpredictable decisions. And they also like the fact that you could be very like innovative. So you know how to think about something and how to improve it. Okay. So that could be business systems. And what I also heard is business solutions. Okay. Or you could even look at a product, especially if you're an entrepreneur, and you can figure out a way to like improve it or to make it better. So that's what this person loves about you. It's like you're always thinking into solutions, you're always problem solving and figuring out how to make things better. Like, good for you. Good for you. Like, and you always give them different pieces of information that they never would have thought about, but it literally blows their mind. So you could say the littlest thing, the littlest thing. Like, for example, you could tell this person, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And it would be like, what? I never even thought about that. You know, like, so that's a little gem. That's a little piece of information. But, you know, that's just an example. Like, you really do know a lot. So you can tell this person one thing that may seem very simple to you is something that you already know. It's some wisdom that you already live by. But once you tell it to this person, it's like their whole perspective on life changes. So good for you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Just keep doing your thing, Mora. Literally, keep doing your thing. Like, keep posting, keep going live. You're doing amazing. You really are. All right. So, okay. How do you compare a bit negatively? I'm not gonna hold you. You could be a bit. You could be a bit domineering. Okay. You could be a bit domineering. Like, so you're very smart, but you're also that type of person that like just knows what you know. There could also be some issues here with your affect. So you could have like, don't come for me, Aries, but you may at different points in time have resting bitch face. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. Okay. So you could be a bit too like intimidating, where this person could be a bit like scared as it relates to like approaching you. Okay. Or they may be very just like intimidated by your presence. Like, you seem like you're a very powerful person, but sometimes that power could be a bit like intimidating to other people. So you just, I'm not saying dim your light. I'm not saying dim, you know, yourself. But what I am saying is like, you know, just loosen up a little bit, okay? Just loosen up. Loosen up a little bit, all right? Loosen up, because you sometimes could appear to be a bit too like authoritative, because like you do know what's right. You do have a very clear way of thinking. You are very perceptive. You have a lot of wisdom, okay, knowledge and experience, but you also have to give people room for error. Okay. So everybody's not going to be up to your, you know, standards or level of thinking, or everyone may not necessarily be a genius like you. So you do have to be a bit like flexible, is what I want to say, or just a bit more understanding. Okay. So you may have some issues with that. Uh, it is what it is, because you are a leader. So you just have to understand that, like, you know, everybody is not going to be on your level of functioning. Okay. You could be very high functioning. All right. So they may feel like you sometimes, it's like you're smart, but it may not help you as well socially. Okay. So just, I want to say like ease up a little bit or lighten up, or just be a bit more like approachable. Sometimes your face could be a bit like standoffish, where people feel like, ugh, maybe I shouldn't deal with you, or ugh, like, I don't know, like maybe if I say this one thing, I might get chastised, or Aries might criticize me, so you just gotta, you know, allow room for error. That's all I could say. All right. Allow room for error, or allow people to just kind of be them, and just be a bit more understanding. They feel like, your strong persona may sometimes work against you. I hope y'all understand what it is that I'm saying. Okay, because you really do have the power and authority to make things happen. But like, it may work well for you, like in the workplace where you have to be very disciplined or structured, or like if you're a parent, but it's just make yourself a bit more like approachable. Okay, I want to say be a bit more like lenient. Okay, you may be a bit strict. Okay, this person feels like, you tend to like exaggerate that too much. Like, they just kind of look at you like, when are you gonna lighten up? Okay, when are you gonna relax? So, maybe you feel like you can't relax right now because it seems like you're very determined. Okay, you're very focused, but I think that your focus could take away from you being able to, like I said, relax. It's like you seem to be all about work and not enough play. So they just want you to be a bit more like playful in that sense. Hey, Charlon. Yeah, I mean, so how do you stand out? Yes, like, you definitely are gonna fight for your rights, okay? Especially your basic human rights. You might also have a lot of pride in your ethnicity or in your community or just where you are from. So if you are a part of my community, African American community, it's like you take a lot of pride in who you are, okay? You take a lot of pride in your culture, you take a lot of pride in your society, okay? So they absolutely love that about you. Like, it's very hard for people to try you. Okay, it's very hard for people to try you. Yeah, you're very passionate about who you are. So I could see you doing something along the lines of like activism, or just like speaking up, like I said, for your human and also for your civil rights. So you have a very strong sense of self, but not just who you are as an individual, but who you are as a part of the community that you are in. Okay, so just kind of take it as it applies. Like, I just gave the example of, African American community because that's the community I'm a part of. But, a lot of different communities have faced different injustices, or have been, disadvantaged or disparaged. So you just kind of have to fit in where you apply. So yeah, this person loves that about you. You have a lot of pride. Okay, you definitely have a lot of pride, and you may also be very knowledgeable about your history and where you come from as well. Okay, so yeah, I would say just lighten up and lean more so into your strengths. Because if people didn't take the time to get to know you, they would think that you're just cold and detached. But you actually are a very warm, sensual, compassionate person, and you're actually a conversationalist as well. So, allow people to see more of that. Okay, allow people to experience more of that, and not the, you know, no affect, could be standoffish, authoritative, version of you. Hey, Shanice. Shanice, every time I see your screen name, I be ready to sing that song. Okay, y'all know that song. Feel the rain on your skin. Okay, I think that was Natasha Bedingfield, right? Yo. All right, let's go ahead and move on to Leo. Leo, your timestamp is going to be, let's just do 44. Let's do 44:45. Yes, no one else can feel it for you. Yep, Natasha Bedingfield. That's what's up. Every time I see you, I be like, feel the rain on your skin. I be ready to go in. Like, all right, y'all, let me get a sip of my energy drink, and then we'll do Leo and finish it off with Sagittarius. And then y'all let me know which element we're going to next. All right, Leo, how do you compare to the other partners they have dated or are dating? Okay, are dating. So you just have to take it as it applies. Charlene said Capricorn. All right, let me go ahead and get Capricorn out. All right, Leo. Hey, Leona. Leona, you made it just in time. Okay, how do you compare positively? Well, yeah, this person basically they feel like you have a good sense of self. Okay, like you know exactly who you are. Okay, you know exactly who you are, and you have no issues with taking the time that's necessary to learn more about yourself. So it's like you are definitely someone who is hungry for, well, I also heard was thirsty. So you're hungry and thirsty for knowledge, but it's not just about knowledge about external topics or external, kind of like it's the opposite of Aries. It's not just about you gathering information about other things. It's like you're more focused and concerned with gathering up more information about yourself. Okay, so you have a really good fundamental understanding of who you are as a person. You could be a very facts based person as well. Because what I just heard was everything checks out. So you could tell this person something about yourself, and they might not necessarily believe it because you know people lie. But over time, as they have more experience with you, they understand that, like, no, like you actually are in alignment. Like what you say you do is what you actually do. Like who you say you are is actually who you are. So over time they're understanding that like you actually check out. Okay, you actually check out. So you may have told this person something about yourself, and like I said, they probably didn't believe it, or they probably just brushed it off. You know, everybody talks about themselves, but then they may have had actual real world experience with you, in which in their mind they're just like, oh yeah, Leo said that that's how they act, and now I'm seeing them do that in real time. Like they actually are who they say they are. This person loves the fact that you have no issues with, you know, just distancing yourself if and when you need to. And that's also another aspect about Leos as well. It's like Leos could be very like mysterious. Like Leos really can. It's like a Leo could be around you, but then they'll disappear and go off and do something else and then come back and you'll just be like, well, where were you? Like, okay, don't forget Leos are cats. So, you know, you're very independent in that way. It's like you have no issues with stepping away from the crowd. You have no issues with just stepping away from others if and when you need to, so that you can just focus more so on yourself. So they love that about you. They love the fact that you're very reflective, you're very introspective, and you're honest. Okay, you're very honest. You're honest about your strengths, and you're also honest about what your shortcomings are. Okay, so you have a full acceptance of who you are as a person, and you're only going to continue to keep understanding who you are. It seems like a lot of your experience has been developed into wisdom. So they like that you're wise. You could be wise beyond your years. Um, and yeah, you just focus on peace. Like when things become a bit too hectic for you, like you don't have no issues with stepping back, okay, and stepping away to maintain your sense of peace. Yeah, this person loves the fact that you have depth, okay? You have depth, and you have depth because you know yourself, and because you have a better understanding of who you are, you can understand others as well because you're developing what I heard was universal knowledge and universal wisdom. Okay. So it doesn't even just extend to you and yourself. You can also project that information out towards others. Okay. Others individually or even the greater community as well. So you value yourself, you know who you are. Yeah, that's what they like about you. Like, that's definitely what they like about you. So that's great. Okay. You have a lot much more depth. So you're not as superficial as the people that they have dated in the past. Or if you know this is someone that's dating another person, um, you're not as superficial as those people are. All right, so how do you compare in a negative sense? Okay, because we're nuanced here on this channel. Okay, this person said you too mysterious. Okay, like they said you too mysterious, like you're not as transparent. Okay, so they think that that's problematic. All right. So you may not be as forthcoming with the information that you do know. Like this person is definitely highlighting the fact that you are a very intuitive person. You could also be very psychic. You're also very spiritual. Like they know that you have depth to you. Okay. There's layers. Okay. There's layers and there's complexities. But this person also feels like you may be moving too much in silence. Okay. And I think it makes them very scared. It makes them very leery, or you could also be very anxiety inducing because they can't necessarily pin you down. Um, like they know that there's a lot kind of going on in your mind, but you may not be as forthcoming with the information that you know, or the conclusions that you are drawing. You're not as forthcoming. So they may see you as, someone that could be deceptive, or someone that could have hidden motives or hidden intentions. Okay. Because you're not forthcoming. Okay. So they feel like you could be a bit deceptive. All right. So you're too mysterious. Okay. So mysterious that it's anxiety inducing, especially when you're not, like I said, forthcoming about what you're thinking or how you're feeling. Okay. So this person knows that there's a lot going on beneath the surface with you. Like there's a lot going on. But like I said, it's like you're not necessarily telling them. They feel like you're not as transparent. Okay. So yeah, that's how you feel. Like this person, I feel like they want to know. Like they want to know what you think. They want to know how you feel, but you don't necessarily express your thoughts or your emotions. Okay. So they may see you as being very like withdrawn. So it's like, yeah, you do know how to step away from the crowd, but I think you sometimes tend to like isolate yourself, especially away from this person, and it makes them feel, lonely. Like it makes them feel you know like you could be too individualized. Okay, there's nothing wrong with being an individual. There, in my opinion, I think it's best to be independent and to be in interdependent relationships as opposed to codependent relationships. But I just feel like this person wants to know more about what you think and feel. And also, if you're very spiritual and psychic, it's like they could feel like you're always constantly receiving downloads even about them, but you're not sharing it with them. They wish that you would share your downloads, or they wish that you would share the information that you're receiving. They wish that you would share that. Okay. So they know that you're someone who likes to get to the bottom of things. Okay. Because you're a very analytical person, and it is what it is. But it's like you're not as forthcoming with them about like, the conclusions that you're drawing. Okay. The conclusions that you're coming to, just to repeat that. So they think you could be a liar. Okay. Or just very secretive. Like it's nothing wrong with moving in silence. Like this person loves the fact that you can, separate yourself from the crowd. But sometimes they want to know why. Like, why are you taking a step back? Okay. Why are you not around? Like, what is going on in your life outside of them? They're not 100% aware of what is going on in your life or how your life is like. It's like there's a certain, what do I want to say? It's like there's a certain space. And I feel like that's important for you to have your own personal sanctuary, but there's a certain space that they feel like they just cannot enter. Okay. So you just have to take that where it applies. All right, but how do you stand out? Well, this person feels like similar to another sign. It's like you're also very innovative. Okay, they feel like you're very innovative, and I just think that's because you're tapped into spirit. So you have a very deep connection with your spirit guides. You have a very deep connection with your, it could be your ancestors, if you have spirit animals, or you also have a very deep connection with the divine. You just do. So, in many ways, it's like you're being led by the divine and the different downloads that you're receiving, and it kind of keeps you ahead of the game. Like I think that's your edge. Your edge is your psychic ability. Okay, your edge is your intuition. The fact that you are led by your own sense of inner guidance. You don't really have to listen to other people, you just listen to yourself. So it just seems like your ability to listen to yourself, to be obedient to the downloads that you're receiving, is what helps you to, I want to say, like, to create things, or even to improve upon things, or just this is you improving upon yourself. So it's like over time you're only developing even more of a sense of awareness, acceptance, like over time, it's like you're developing even more depth, okay, over time. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like, yeah, this person loves the fact that you're tapped into spirit, okay? They just wish that you would tell them more about, what your downloads are, or, just your visions. They wish you would tell them more about it. Okay, so all right, Leo, let's go ahead and move on. Leona said, I'm honest about my emotions, but my intentions, not so much. Yeah. So that could be working against you, Leona. It could be working against you a bit. Well, at least in this person's eyes, or just what they've experienced with you, could be working against you because they think you have hidden motives. All right. Yo, I'm done. Roger, go sit down. You gonna say, okay, I'll open up a little. Two guns up. I don't give a I'm a big dog. You a pup. What? That's what we doing today? Yo, that's what we doing? Like, yo, Roger always be coming out of nowhere with random energy. Like, all right, Sagittarius, your timestamp is gonna be, let's do 56:45. Y'all, I'm getting through these messages today because I said I needed clear, concise messages because I have something else to do. Okay, I have something else to do. Like, y'all, it's really 8 o'clock. That's crazy. Like, it's crazy. All right, Sagittarius, it's your turn. If y'all don't know, like, I be on here for 3-4 hours. Okay, it's looking like that's not going down today. So. All right, Sagittarius, how do you compare to the other partners they have dated or are dating? Okay, just fit it as it applies, because y'all could be asking about an ex. You could be asking about a new person. You may be in an open relationship. You may be in a monoamorous relationship. Like, it depends. All right, but I feel like if you've been watching tarot enough, like, you developed some strength. Okay, you developed some strength because the messages that I've heard, and then once that shit checks out in the real life, it forces you to build strength. I'm telling you, like, you start getting triggered less and less. So please don't be triggered by this reading. This is just an entertainment based reading. If it resonates with you, it resonates with you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay. Sorry, I got too many cards here. Just give me a second, Sagittarius. Let me shuffle again, and we'll go from there. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Sagittarius. Yeah, this person, how do you compare positively? Like, it's like you're always on the move. Okay, that's what this person likes. It's like you're always making some type of progress, whether it's progress on things that inspire you, whether it's you like to travel. That's something that they like about you. You're not lazy, you're not aimless, you don't just kind of sit there. It's like there's always something exciting and energetic that's going on with you. Okay, so they like that about you. um they also like the fact that you tend to make a lot of like quick decisions, so you're not as indecisive. Because what I just heard was, if it don't make money, it don't make sense. That's something that I heard. So you could be very focused on your finances right now, or just trying to do different creative things that will help to put you in a better position in the future. So they like the fact that you have different hobbies or different skills, different things that you like to do, and you're making progress on every single one of them. So you could be very good at like multitasking. But we know, like, it's no such thing as multitasking. All you're doing is engaging your brain and disengaging your brain. So you may have the ability to do that very quickly. Okay, very quickly. So you're not one track minded. You have the ability to, focus and develop a lot of different things at once. So if you haven't gotten into like entrepreneurship, or if you don't have a side hustle, or just other creative things that you like to do, like, you should really consider getting some things up and running. Like, focus on your passion projects, because you have the ability, you have the momentum to do it. Yeah, like you pretty much go with the flow, but the flow is always forward. Okay, so you're a very progressive person. um what else? You're fun. Okay, you're fun. There's always something good going on with you. It's like every time they talk to you, there's always good news. You all are adventurous. Like I said, you're very exciting, or you're very energetic. You take risks. That's what they love about you. You're very creative. You have no issues with like exploring new things. Whether that's, like I said, exploring new like financial opportunities, new creative opportunities. Like you could be taking a lot of opportunities to travel. So they like that about you. You're not lazy. You're literally always on the move. Okay, it may be a bit difficult for this person to keep up with you, but they like it. Okay, they like it. Okay, it's better than, because what I just heard was like the person on your mind is like they talk to a lot of people that just don't do much. Okay, y'all know the people that every time they hit you up and they be like, "What you doing? What you doing?" It's like, "What you talking about? What I'm doing?" Like, I just ran all of these errands, went to work, and I'm at home working on my side hustle. What are you talking about? Like, so every time they hit you up, it's like you're always doing something, and they like that about you. Okay, like you're always doing something. Um, let's see what else. Yeah, you're very playful, you're youthful. They like that about you. You don't necessarily have to be young, but they just like that you have like a very youthful and fun spirit. Okay, they like that. And how do you compare positively? Yeah, this person, as far as like chemistry, okay, and let's just say sexual chemistry, especially if you know you dealt with this person in that way, like intimately, it's like it's better. It's better with you. Okay, so that's all I'm saying. Like it's better with you. Like it's a bit more chemistry. That's all I'm gonna say. Like it's better. It's better with you. Like it definitely is. It's better. Like it's better. It seems like you tend to get along very well with this person. And like I said, there's always good news coming from you. So it's just never anything that is depressing or that is sad. Um, yeah, it's never anything depressing or sad. Like it's always a good day with you. The energy is always positive with you. That's what this person loves. Like I just heard that song, No Regrets. It's like you really are living life with no regrets. Like you're taking advantage of your conscious and awakened life. Like you're active. Okay, you're active. Like I just heard what song is this? It's a song, it's a Afrobeat song. It's featuring Davido and Adekunle Gold, and it's called High. And there's a lyric that Davido said in that song where he was like, "Wake up and jumpstart." It's like as soon as you get up in the morning, it's on. Like so, you have a lot of things to do, and you're not a lazy person. Like you're very, very active. Like wake up and jumpstart. That's your energy, Sagittarius. All right. So how do you compare in a not so positive light? Okay. Hey, Forrest. Forrest said, "Peace and prosperity to you all, divine collective family." Oh, thank you so much, Forrest. I appreciate the positive blessings. Oh, Forrest, you're in Hawaii. Okay. Aloha. Aloha. Like, aloha. Let me get some clarification, y'all, because this card just kind of flew out and I wasn't really even paying attention to it. Like, let's see. Okay, okay. Like, so this person feels like it's like you have so many good and positive things going on for yourself, okay? But Sagittarius, you do experience failure from time to time, as we all do. Okay, as we all do, but it's how you handle failure. Okay, this person feels like you don't really handle failure the best. And what I also heard was like you may not be a good sportsman. Okay, so you may have poor sportsmanship. Okay, when you don't get your way, when you don't get what you want. Okay, like when you don't get what you want, it's like you could be very sour about it. And I get it. It's like you're putting a lot of your energy and momentum into things working out positively for you. Okay, you do take a lot of risks, but every risk that you take isn't necessarily successful. Okay, it's okay. It just how it is that like you win some, you lose some. But it's like you just don't want to hear it. Okay. For you, you do not want to hear win some, lose some. Like, cause for you, it's like you want to win. You want to win. All right. Um, so this person feels like, you know, when you experience loss, it's like you could be very like very much of like a Debbie Downer, okay? And you have issues with picking yourself back up when things don't necessarily go the way that you want it to go. Like when you experience a lack of progress with something, it's like you really take it to heart and you start to act very ungrateful, just for what you have and also for what you have done. So sometimes you tend to, for lack of better terms, like shit on your progress and the things that you have been doing that are very positive for you. It's like sometimes you tend to shit on yourself because you did not necessarily succeed or you didn't achieve a specific goal or you didn't win what you expected to win. Okay, so it's like this person feels like you need to exhibit more of a sense of like gratitude. Like they also feel like you could be a bit bratty when things don't work out your way or when you don't get what you want. Like they just feel like that's it's a bit irritating because you win so much already. Okay, you win so much already. So they just feel like you take it you take it too harshly. Okay, you take it too harshly and you need to relax because you're over here doing so many other great and amazing things. So it's not even just for you, okay, but it's also how you tend to treat other people when you're in that energy. You don't treat other people the best when you know, don't achieve a goal. Like you really don't. Like, and they just feel like you need to relax and don't take out your frustration on other people. So that's what they don't necessarily really like. Like they don't really like that. Like relax. Okay. Like when you're experiencing difficulty, like you don't necessarily have to take it out on other people or even most importantly, take it out on yourself. Like you're winning so much already in life. Like relax. Yeah, they feel like you tend to exaggerate things a bit too much. So they feel like you may have a bit of like a victim mindset, or like I said, just poor sportsmanship. It's like you need to relax. Like you're doing so well. Like calm down. Like you need to calm down. I don't know why I keep telling you that, Sagittarius, but it's true. It's like you're doing so much, you're winning so much, like you're taking risks, but every risk is not going to lead to a reward. And that's okay. All right. That's okay. Calm down. So stop being hard on yourself and you know don't project that energy towards other people just because you may be feeling like a negative Nancy or a Debbie Downer at the moment. Okay, look, don't come for me. I'm just telling you how they feel. Okay, I'm just reading the energy. Like all right, Sagittarius, don't come for me. Okay, but how do you stand out? How do you stand out? Yeah, you're ambitious. You're ambitious. You really are. You're ambitious. Like you want the best. Okay. You want the best and you're not going to stop until you achieve the best. So I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you, but you got to fix whatever else you got going on here. Okay. Fix whatever else you got going on here. All right. So there's nothing wrong with wanting to win. There's nothing wrong with wanting to accomplish and achieve goals. There's nothing wrong with wanting to do that, but you're not going to win everything. Everything isn't going to pan out successfully, and it's all right. All right. You need to be leaning into your strengths and understanding that, okay, if something didn't work out, all right, maybe I just need to reroute. Okay, that doesn't mean that the door is closed. Maybe you just need to go discover an adjacent possibility. Maybe you need to just open up your mind, get back into your imaginative headspace as opposed to just getting so upset and mad at the reality of the situation. Like it's okay. You just got to figure out another way. All right. So, yeah, they love that about you. They love the fact that you're ambitious, but when you lose, that's a problem. Like, figure it out, Sagittarius. Okay, figure it out. Figure it out. Yeah, when you lose, it's problematic. All right. Charlene is cracking up. Forrest said, preach, sis. Forrest, you said mahalo noi ohana. Is it mahalo noi ohana? I hope I said it right. You said, why do I feel like you ain't the only one telling Sag to relax? Like the only reader is the other readers that are telling Sages to relax. It's y'all season though. It's y'all season, so I get it. Okay, I get it. Okay, it's money making December. Okay, I get it. I get it. Like, and you know, Sages really do try their best to be as precise as possible, but it's like you're not gonna hit the target 100% every time, and it's okay. It's all right. All right, let's move on to the earth signs, and we're gonna start with Capricorn. Oh, you said, oh, just in life. Like, I really had no other words to say, Shanice. I'm just like, relax. Okay, you're already winning. Okay, you're winning. It's okay. Like, relax. It's all right. All right, Capricorn, your timestamp is going to be 1:11. Okay, so 1 hour, 11 minutes. Capricorn. I feel like Capricorn was requested. All right. Yeah, I'm done. Roger, are you singing dude? Yeah, I'm done. Is that dude Roger by Beanie Man? Because I feel like you just changed the lyrics. All right. Capricorn, how do you compare to the other partners they have dated or are dating? Okay, I have 2 cards. I just want one, so just give me a second and let me reshuffle. Okay, this one came flying out. All right. Hey, it is what it is, Capricorn. Yeah, this person feels like you are very resilient, and you're definitely someone that perseveres, especially through a lot of challenges. Like this person sees you as someone who is very like resilient. It's like it's not just about you being like emotionally resilient, but you're mentally and also physically. So you could be having just a lot of issues going on with you, even health issues, you know, health issues that prevent your mobility, but it's like you're still going to get up and you're still going to do what you can. I just feel like you're someone who isn't going to allow yourself to 100% break down. Okay. You're not going to allow yourself to break down. So you just do exactly what it is that you have to do to get back up. All right. So you're going to avoid having a mental breakdown. You're going to avoid being in survival mode. You're going to avoid panicking, because that's just what I heard, panic or anxiety. It's like you're gonna avoid, you know, self-victimization. Like you're just that person who is never going to allow yourself to hit rock bottom. Okay, you're never going to allow yourself to hit rock bottom. Okay, you're definitely not doing that. They feel like you are, like I said, very persistent, or you have a lot of grit. It's like you're gonna push yourself, because what I just heard was like mind over matter. So I feel like you're very, very mentally strong. When issues and problems happen, it's like you're not just gonna sit there and have a woe is me type of attitude. Like, I don't know why I just thought about like someone whose lights were about to cut off. Like, if you know your electric is due, your lights about to cut off, it's like you're not just gonna sit there and allow yourself to not have lights or to not have heat. Okay, it's like you're gonna get up, you're gonna hustle, and you're gonna make sure that your light bill is paid. You know, it's just that type of energy where it's just like you're never gonna allow yourself to suffer. Okay, you're never gonna allow yourself to experience hardship. You're going to get up and you're going to do something about it, as opposed to letting your circumstance or your situation get the best of you. Okay, so you're definitely ready to face whatever comes your way. All right, you definitely are. And you don't give up, because you always know that you are near success, and it doesn't matter how tired you are. Okay, physically tired, mentally tired, emotionally tired, or drained. It's like you're going to get up. Okay, you may need a second to rest, but you're not going to stay down. So yeah, this person definitely has seen you experience some challenges that, you know, they may have watched other people experience, but you don't allow your challenges to get the best of you. So what I just heard was God helps those who helps themselves. Like you're that person who's going to get up and help yourself. Okay, you're never going to allow yourself to struggle. Like, you're never going to. Sorry, I had to take a second because I be talking a lot. Okay, you talking a lot. All right, let's see what else we have here. Yeah, yeah, it's like you always find a way. Like you're also a very resourceful person. You're going to find a way. You're not just going to sit there and allow your situation to get the best of you. You're always going to find your way. You're always going to think your way into results. You're always going to get up and do. Like you're always going to get up and pursue something. You're very resourceful. Like you're a very resourceful person. Like, and that's because you want to figure things out. Some people don't want to figure things out. They want other people to do things for them, okay? Or they're waiting for someone to come save them. Like something you understand, Capricorn, is like you have to save yourself. And that's what this person likes about you. Like you're not gonna allow other people to just do any and everything for you. You're gonna get up and do it for yourself. Like, yeah, good for you. Good for you, Capricorn. Because a lot of people in society, like these days, is like they're always looking for a handout. Like they're always looking for someone else to do something for them. Like, yeah, good for you. I'm just very passionate because it's like you don't allow yourself to struggle and suffer. I'm very passionate, like, as I'm doing your reading because I feel that. I feel it. Yeah. Yeah, it's very much in accordance with who you are. Very much. All right, so how do you compare in a not so positive light? How do you compare to not so positive light? You could be a bit self-centered. Okay, you could be a bit self-centered. You could be a bit selfish. This person feels like you may have more than enough, like, but you don't necessarily want to share. Like, you could be a bit too like boasty, a bit flexy, like, and there's nothing wrong with like boasting and flexing, like what you have, like, it's nothing wrong with doing that, but yeah, they think you might be a bit like arrogance, okay? But I get it. It's like you work hard, you're not allowing yourself to suffer. Like, I get it. I get it. I get it. And how I feel like is like when you work hard for the things that you have, especially when they're material in nature, it's like you have a right to show it off. Okay. You have a right to flex, but they feel like it could be a bit too like arrogant. Okay. It could be a bit too arrogant. I just gotta tell you, like, be a bit too arrogant. Like, they may also feel like at times you're a bit like snobby, or you might be a bit like elitist. Like, you might think you better than other people a little bit. Like, but I mean, I get it. Like I said, you work hard. You really actually do. Like, this person is seeing you as someone that has the ability to make every single wish and dream come true for yourself. Okay. So you're very ambitious. You know what you want. You're very disciplined. You work really hard. So I'm not going to take that away from you. Um, but yeah, they feel like you're a bit selfish. Like, you don't really share as much as you could. Okay. You don't really share as much. Like, you may not necessarily trust who you can share your stuff with. Okay, you may not necessarily trust it, but yeah, they feel like you need to share. Okay, that's just what I keep getting. Okay, that's just what I keep getting. Okay, like, they feel like you have more than enough. Okay, and they just feel like you're not really as charitable or as giving as you could be. All right, and this is just not with the things that you have, but it could also be with your like emotional energy. So you may not be as sensitive as you could be, or as empathetic as you could be. Okay, just don't be getting mad at me. Okay, please don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what it is. All right, Capricorns, don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you this. Okay, they feel like you're very happy, content with the life that you have built up for yourself. Like, and that's good. Okay, I'm not taking that away from you. But they feel like, you should be more focused on like maybe even the community as opposed to just focused on yourself. So there's a bit of like a self-centered or selfish type of aspect to your personality that you have here. Okay. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, you may not know how to help others. Um, I feel like you've definitely been through a lot. You've faced a lot of challenges, so you might just feel like, you know what, like I did this on my own. I'm going to enjoy this on my own. And I'm not mad at you, because I do feel like, there are blessings that we receive that are supposed to be solely for us, solely for us, because I've experienced, the other side of, being blessed with something and then thinking, oh, let me just go share it with everybody. But it wasn't for me to share it with everybody. It was for me to enjoy it on my own as an individual. So they feel like you've just been getting blessed back to back to back. Like at a certain point in time, you need to focus on how you can give back to others, give back to the people around you that have been showing you love, support, care, and compassion. Like, don't feel like, even though you've been doing things on your own, it's like, don't feel like, you can't enrich the community that's around you, or enrich others, or to take care of other people that have still been there for you. Yeah. Yeah, they feel like that would be a bit like different for you, so there could be some insecurity here surrounding like lack. Like if you were to share, you might think that you may not really get anything back in return. It's like this person thinks that you could be a bit like insecure, or just focus too much on lack. And that's why you could be a bit like, a bit selfish, okay? Or you may tend to like withhold things or keep things to yourself. It's not from a place of empowerment. It could be from lack, from thinking that, someone is going to steal from you, or, or you may give out something and you won't get it back, like that type of thing. So you just have to exhibit more of the attitude of like, someone who's charitable, or someone who is a humanitarian, understanding that you do have more than enough, you can share, and you may not necessarily be able to receive that same thing back. So it's like your mindset needs to be one more so of like equity as opposed to equality, because things may not necessarily be equal. Hey, Ghost Patrol, you from Indonesia? Oh, thank you so much. Okay, sis is international. That's what's up. Here go Roger. Roger on his thing. Like, okay, but I mean, this person, how do you stand out? You have an attitude. Okay, you definitely have an attitude, but it's the dark side, or I guess I could say the more shadow side, is the snobby, arrogant thing that you have going on. Okay, so it's nothing wrong with being proud of what you have or what you've done. Like, it's nothing wrong with that. Like, this person definitely likes your spicy attitude. Okay, they love that about you, but it's like, in some ways you may be operating like you have a chip on your shoulder. So it's like, in many ways, it's like, Capricorn, you gotta relax as well. Okay, you need to relax as well. Like, that's why I was saying there's nothing wrong with boasting. It's nothing wrong with flexing. It's nothing wrong with doing that. It seems like, this person likes that, aspect to you, but there's a thin line between that and being arrogant and being proud, or having a I'm better than type of attitude towards other people, just because they may not necessarily have what you have. Okay. They may not necessarily have accomplished the goals that you've accomplished, or achieved certain things that you have materially. Okay. So calm down. Like, I feel like I keep telling everybody to calm down, but I mean, this person do like your attitude. Okay. They do like it. Okay. So, hey, it is what it is. It's also something about how you dress as well. It just how you step out. Like, you step out the house like very confident, like you know yourself, and especially socially, you place yourself up here on a pedestal because of what you've accomplished, and it's a fact. Like, I'm not telling you that you can't place yourself up on that pedestal, but I also feel like, just don't be as like self-interested or self-centered. Exercise humility. Like, a little humility is not gonna hurt. I just heard "Humble" by Kendrick Lamar. Okay, don't be mad at me, Capricorn. Like, please don't be mad. Roger gonna say Badman. So Badman take the stars out the sky. Do they do that? They could take the stars out the sky. Yo. All right, Capricorn. That's it for you. Let's go ahead and move on to the next earth sign. The next earth sign that I have up is Taurus. So I hope y'all are okay with it. Taurus and then Virgo. After we're done with Virgo, just let me know which air sign that y'all want me to start with. Okay. Do you want me to start with Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius? Of course, if you're watching the playback, you don't have to participate in this. You could just click the timestamp. Okay. But for you all that are tuning in, for the people that are active in the chat, just let me know which air sign you want me to start with. Um, yeah. All right, so Taurus, your timestamp is going to be one. Let's just do 1 hour and 26 minutes so I could get a sip of water. Yo, bad man forward, bad man pull up. That's so hilarious. You know what song was stuck in my head earlier today? Roger. It's that song to be like, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know all the lyrics, but that part was stuck in my head. Like, yeah, 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 yeah. Yo, I'm done. He always does come through with the tunes. Hey, Lisa. Lisa said, I'm late to the party, but I'm here. Yo, that's what's up, Lisa. It's always nice to see you. Okay, it's always nice to see you. We're kind of flying through the signs today because I got something to do after. Okay, like I got something to do. Taurus, I'm gonna have to change your time stamp because Lisa entered the chats. Y'all probably gonna be like, dang, she always talking like, but I really do gotta shout out to the mods and the members. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some streamers in the chat for the moderators that are here. All right, Taurus, your timestamp is going to be 127:30. Shanice said, I'm liking the speed though. I know, Shanice. It's just because I had something else to do. Like, I just say, yeah, that's Adonia. All right, Taurus. How do you compare to the other partners that they have dated? So the person on your mind, how do you compare in a positive light, in a negative light, and then also how do you stand out? Okay, I like this for you. I like this for you, Taurus. So, you're very friendly. Okay, you're friendly. You're friendly. You're nice. You're kind. You're also very like inclusive and very diplomatic as well. It's like it's very easy for them to get along with you. Like it's very easy. Like even when there's moments of discomfort, it's like you're very compromising. You're willing to work things out with them or just people in general. You're a very collaborative person. You're always focusing on just teamwork. Okay, like, and you don't really want to start issues and problems. I feel like you're a peacemaker and you tend to make peace through like fun. Okay, so even if the energy drops, it's like you're a very energetic person. Okay, like, and you're also very intuitive as well. Like you pay attention to the moods of others. And I'm not saying that you're trying to manage the emotions of other people, but at least when you're a part of a group, it's like you're going to be able to suss out when someone's being negative or if someone's being mean to another person or if someone's gossiping about another person. It's like you're able to like kind of like suss it out and try to make peace so that everything runs smoothly. Like you really do care about the group dynamics. So when you're a part of like the community, you care about the group dynamics, you care about people getting along. When you're in a relationship, it's like you actually care about like getting along with the person that you're with. Okay, you don't really want to start issues, start conflicts, and start problems. So whoever you're asking about, they may be used to like just people starting shit. Okay, they may be used to being a part of friends groups that gossip about each other, so like mean girls or frenemies. They may be like a part of groups like that where they've been disadvantaged or they've been kicked out or they haven't really experienced like inclusivity. And the other word that I heard was diversity as well. So you're definitely someone who has cultural competency. So you may be friends with people from, different places, that speak different languages or have a different ethnicity than yours. So it's like you're definitely that person that can celebrate the differences or can celebrate diversity. So that's what they like about you. You may also be very like well connected as well, like very social. You could be a socialite. That's something that they like about you. You just get along well with others. You have like mass appeal. Like there's a lot of people that actually like you. Like you have more people that like you than people that hate on you. But if you had somebody hating on you, it wouldn't make sense as to why, because you're so inclusive and kind. Okay. They also like the fact that you may also um always be like celebrating success, okay, and celebrating goals. Like, and you like to include your friends in on those things as well, or include your partner, whoever this person is. It's like you're always celebrating something. You like to go out, you like to have a good time. Even if you don't go out, it's like wherever you are, it's like you're the good time, okay? You're the party, like it's you. So that's what they like about you. Like, okay, you're a very friendly and kind person. Um, Charlene, the Capricorn timestamp is 111. Okay, we just got done with Capricorn. We just got done with Capricorn. Yeah, they like the fact that, they can actually confide in you, okay? Like they have a certain level of intimacy with you that they haven't really had with other people. But like I said, I just think it's because you are accepting, you are inclusive, and you understand how to bond with people from different walks of life. Okay, so that's what they like about you. You know how to bond with other people. I just also heard that song by Alicia Keys. Y'all don't play with it, okay? It's on the Diary of Alicia Keys album. It's called Diary. Y'all know that song by Alicia Keys, okay? Because I just heard her say, like, I won't tell your secrets. Your secrets are safe with me, okay? So, yeah, that's one of my favorite songs, but I literally just heard that song. So, yeah, this person feels like, you're like a diary. Like they can confide in you about maybe things that they haven't really told other people. And that's only because you help to make others feel so comfortable in which they can actually be themselves, and they can open up about these things that they may not have been able to previously, or just with others. Okay, just think of me as the pages in your diary. Okay, Roger, how did you put a link in the chat? I thought I disabled that, or you must be able to do that because you're a moderator. You must be able to do that. Like, okay, you must be able to do that. All right. So, how do you compare in a negative sense? You're very smart. Okay, you're very smart, but it could teeter on, you potentially being a know-it-all. Okay, you potentially be a know-it-all. Like, so that's something I think is a bit. It's a bit, what I want to say, like I want to say it might be a bit irritating or annoying, but it's like you just have a sense of knowing, because what I just heard was like the all-seeing eye, and I also saw that as well. um so I could definitely say, like, within your friends groups, you definitely are a leader. But you may like hold yourself to this like impossible standard that this person feels like they can't necessarily rise to. um Let me get some more information about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, I think in many ways, this person feels like, because I feel like they've been ostracized from groups as well. So in many ways, it's like, yeah, you are positive. Yeah, you are friendly. What I also heard is like you're the mover and shaker. So I don't like calling people like alpha, beta, different things like that. Like I don't like saying that, but I think you could definitely be the alpha of the group. Okay, I'm putting it in quotation marks, because what I also heard is like what you say goes. Okay, so this person may feel like they can't necessarily like live up to, I want to say, like your standards, or live up to the group. But I think you do give this person enough leeway and space to be themselves. I just think that it could be they may have issues being in relationships with people. Okay, they may have issues being in relationships, or they may not be as trusting or feel as safe. Okay, like I said, I feel like this person has been in, groups with frenemies, people that don't like them, people that have been hating on them. So they may have issues with like conforming to groups or conforming to relationships. And they also feel like you could be a bit too like, what do I want to say? I don't think it's anything wrong with it, but it's like they may think that they're under your watchful eye. Okay, like they're under your watchful eye. It's kind of what I'm seeing here. Or they may also feel like you can see through them, like, or you're someone who, you may ask a lot of questions. You're trying to get to the heart of the matter. They may feel like you could be trying to change them. Um, I feel like you respect diversity. I feel like you respect people from all different walks of life. But I kind of feel like whoever you're asking about may have something to hide, or they don't want to feel as exposed or feel as like vulnerable. So I think because you have a good ability to like read energy, I feel like that could be something that's a bit like, that makes this person feel a bit like, what is it? It makes them feel a bit like scared. It makes them feel too exposed, is what I want to say, like too exposed. So I feel like the only people that would have issues with this are people that like have something to hide. Okay, like I feel like those are the folks that have something to hide. But I mean, in many ways, there is a lot of knowledge and wisdom that you can impart upon this person. I just think that they need to be trusting with, the information that you're giving them, or just trusting with your intentions, or your reasoning behind behind why you ask the certain questions that you're asking. Okay, so they may feel like you're trying to dig up dirt, or you're trying to discover something about them that they're not necessarily ready or willing to let you in on. Okay, because for some reason I wanted to say like to expose. So this person may have something to hide, but that's just a side note. Others may not have like asked this person enough questions. You also could be trying to like learn about this person's like history, or how they got to where they are, or how they became who they are. And I think that they may be a bit like skeptical about that. Um, so I don't know. Like, I think you tend to like challenge this person in ways that may make them feel a bit uncomfortable. Okay. Whereas others in the past may have just kind of like gone with the flow. Um, if this is someone you are in a relationship with, like, well, yeah, this is dating, right? It's like you may be questioning like commitment or where things are headed. Okay. And they may be used to being with people that just kind of, like I said, go with the flow, don't really ask them too many questions. But like you are concerned, like, where's this heading? Is this heading towards commitment or what? Like, they may not like being questioned in that way. Yeah, they may not like being questioned. Like they may not like it. They may see it as, oh, you could be coming on too strong. Or they may feel like, you're trying to like chase them because you're asking them questions. They may feel like you're doing too much. Like I just keep getting watchful eye. They may think that you're paying too much attention. But in my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with paying attention, okay? Really trying to get to know the person that you are engaging with. I think you should want to know that. So maybe they just used to people that, like I said, don't ask them questions, just kind of go with the flow, just kind of allow things to just happen. But I don't think at this point in time in life, and just the way society is going, and just the way that people are developing, that you should just kind of go with the flow. I do think that you should be 100% knowledgeable about what you're doing so that you can draw the best conclusions. I do feel like you should be operating from a place of informed choice, okay, and decision making. But hey, that's just me, okay? That's just me. This person may feel something else, okay? So that's just that. Yeah, they may feel like you're chasing them down for answers, okay? Like you're doing too much. You're putting too much pressure on them. And that's something that I could say that they don't necessarily like. It is what it is. Shanice said Taurus can definitely see through the BS. It do be making people uncomfy. Talk about it. Scorzo. Is that Gary? Is that Gary and company? I mean, but how do you stand out? Yeah, how do you stand out? They see you as someone who is a very courageous person. And, it takes a lot for someone to actually want to, just connect with other people. Because just the way that society is going, like, you could be very, like, mistrustful or distrustful of people. But for you, it seems like you have a good community that is surrounding you. And your courage, I feel like your courage and strength comes through like vulnerability and developing compassion for others. So I think this person needs to understand that with you asking questions and drawing conclusions, I feel like you just want them to open up and to be more vulnerable. I feel like you actually just want to get to know this person a lot better. I think that they should see this as, something that's positive as opposed to like you trying to put pressure on them or trying to have this like watchful eye like over them. Like Big Brother, because I just got that book 1984. So it may feel like you're trying to be like Big Brother, like, it's like, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. This is how they're interpreting it. But yeah, I mean, your courage really does come through your ability to like actually want to get to know others, putting yourself out there to be vulnerable so that you can connect with others in a very vulnerable way. Because some people think that vulnerability is a weakness. They feel like they need to step on people that are vulnerable, but it takes a very strong person to be okay with, emoting. Okay, or to express their emotions, to express how they feel. Like it takes a very strong and courageous person to do that, to, open up to others, to wanting to connect with other people, to wanting to develop friendships and meaningful connections with others. Like it takes a very strong person to do that. So yeah. That's it, Taurus. I hope y'all enjoyed your was that Taurus? Yeah, that was Taurus. I hope y'all enjoyed your reading. Let's go ahead and move on to Virgo. C as Gary. It's time for Gary and company. Yo. Shout out to Freestyle Unity. They need to come back together and just do like the Parkers. How many years has it been? Like they need to do like a 20th anniversary episode or something. Like I feel like it's over 20 years or something. Like they need to do something like 25th anniversary of the Parkers. All right. Oh, you're welcome, Shanice. All right. We're going to move on to Virgo. Y'all, I re-upped on my Florida water. It is full. So I'm excited. Virgo, your timestamp is going to be 1:43:30. Okay. 1:43:30. Sorry, y'all. I just heard a song. If y'all don't know, like Spirit really be communicating with me through songs, like really heavy through songs. And then I'll go hear the song, like, and I just be like, wow, Spirit, you're hilarious. Thanks for putting the timestamp for Virgo in the chat, Jaja. So Gary, I definitely don't understand Italian, but I did speak a little Spanish, and I feel like you said that I'm the most beautiful woman in the world. I think that's what you said. Yo. Okay, yeah. So Virgo, how you compare positively as far as like when they look at you or the other partners that they have dated, or if they're currently dating someone, it's like you always do the right thing. Like you definitely are always doing the right thing. Like this person just loves the fact that not only are you like intuitive, um not only are you spiritual, but it's like you always I think what I want to say is like your sense of inner compass, like not just inner guidance, but it's like an inner compass, and it's also your integrity as well. It's like you have a really good character. Okay, it's like you are someone who is more likely going to tell the truth as opposed to like tell a lie or to live a lie. You're also someone who lives in your truth as well. Okay, like you're someone that understands karma. You understand cause and effect. So it's not even something that I feel like I want to say you choose to do it, but it's just like a part of who you are at this point in time. Like it's really ingrained within you. I feel like you always knew right from wrong. Okay, you always knew right from wrong. Like it's like you was born that way. You always been that way. Like, and this person loves that about you. It's like whenever you have shown up, you've always shown up as your best self or in the best way, or you've always done the best, or like or was truthful or was integritous. Like you've always been that way and you continue to be that way. Like this person sees you as someone like you always do the right thing, and it's an emotionless process. Okay, it's just something that you do because right is right and wrong is wrong. Like that's just it. Like so they like the fact that you're truthful with them, you're honest, you don't necessarily lie. um they like the fact that you tend to make well thought out decisions. Like you're thoughtful. You're also very considerate. You want what's best for everybody, not just what's best for yourself. So good for you. Like you seem like Virgo, you could be in a leadership position because you're definitely someone who is focused on diplomacy, like just doing what is right. And it's like you're not going to just focus on yourself. Like I said, it's like you do what's right for everybody, so you make the best decisions. I just keep hearing the best, like the best. So maybe they dealt with a lot of like lying ass people, or people that always wanted to like get their way, people that didn't mind intimidating or bullying others or being conflictual. Did I say intimidating others? Yeah. What I also heard is like harassing others to get your way. It's like you're not that type of person. Um, and this person absolutely loves that. It's like anything that you do is going to be just, it's going to be honest, and it's going to be fair all across the board. Okay. And it's like I said, it's a completely emotionless process. Like you just do what is necessary. Okay. You do what's necessary. So yeah, you're very tapped into the divine. You could be very knowledgeable about like just like the different universal laws. Like I said, one of those laws for you could definitely be karma. And there's a lot of different like laws of karma, but I think the one that we commonly think about is you get what you give. Okay, the energy that you put out is the energy that you receive. All right. I think that's what we tend to understand, or that's what we tend to think about, rather. But yeah, you're a very accountable person as well. Like you always accept accountability for things. Like you take accountability, even if you make a mistake, it's like you're going to do your best to correct it. Like this person loves that about you. You're not a liar. Like, okay. Speaking Spanish, cha cha. I am from Virginia, but I do live in Delaware. Yeah, I think this person is like coming to the realization and understanding that you are really truthful and honest. Like you really actually are. Like you are, and you're very forthcoming, which is really nice. So there's a sense of like transparency to you as well. Like, or if something's confusing, like you have no issues with bringing like truth and clarity to light. So good for you. What I also heard was like everything that's done in the dark comes to the light. So that's something that you understand as well. You understand that they may like the fact that you don't live like a double life. Okay. You don't live a double life. Like there's a lot of people out here living double lives. They have a lot of secrets, skeletons that they're hiding in their closet, just a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. But it's like, it seems like you're upright, and that's how you walk through life. That's how you navigate. I said they used to dealing with a lot of lying ass people. Like, I don't know how else to say that, Virgo. Like, Oh, you're welcome, Charlene. Roger said, that's crazy. I was just in Delaware a couple weeks ago. How did you like Delaware? How did you like it? Um, yo, your person, your person, I don't know, like, is this a negative individual that you dealing with, Virgo? Like, I don't know if they're used to I don't know if they're used to someone that has a type of like energy that you have. Like, I don't know if they used to that. Okay. It seems like whoever you're asking about, what I just heard was like morbid, gloomy, sad. They could be used to dealing with a lot of sad people. Because this person is saying that, like, you're too energetic for them. Okay. You're too energetic. Like, they feel like it's a lot going on in your life and they feel like they can't necessarily keep up. So what I also heard was like you're not easily digestible. Okay, I feel like you have a lot going on in your life. This could be you creatively. You could have a lot of different like passion projects and hobbies, a lot of opportunities that you tend to lean into. Um, and they just feel like they may not necessarily be able to keep up with you. So I think your pace may be a bit too like fast for this person. Some of you could be like a fast talker. You may have a lot of like thoughts that you think at any one point in time that may be a bit too much for this person. They may feel like you even talk a lot. It's just something surrounding your communication here, that they don't necessarily like. Maybe they're used to people that don't talk a lot or something. Like maybe that's what they used to. Like they're used to people that don't talk a lot. Um, I mean, I don't know if this person hating on you or not. Like I don't know what this is about. I just feel like they may not necessarily be used to people that like actually do what they say they're gonna do. Um, because something that they're looking at this negatively is like you always do what you say you're gonna do. Like you always do what you say you're gonna do. Maybe they're used to people that just like I said, they lie or they future fake. They might put out a lot of like false promises. I also think this may be someone that could agree to things. Like let's say y'all are having a good time and you propose an idea to do something and they're just like, yeah, yeah, good, okay, yeah, let's do it. But when it comes down to the time in which you actually have to do it or you have to follow through, I just feel like this person has a bit of an issue with that. So they may be like opposite from you. Whereas it's like you don't really put out too many false promises or you don't necessarily future fake. It's like you actually will follow through on what you say you're gonna do. I think they might have issues with that because they're not necessarily that way. Like this could be that type of person that makes a lot of like impulsive, decisions or might say agree to things impulsively, but they don't necessarily follow through. So I don't know, something that I'm thinking about, for example, might be like you could propose to this person and say, yeah, like let's go out to this event next month or something. You'd be like, yeah, let's go out to this event next month. You should come out with me. And they're like, okay, yeah, I want to go. And then when it's time to like actually pay for the tickets to go to the event, or if it's time to book the flight to go to the event, then they start backing out. Like, like I think that's problematic for them. I feel like they're used to people that just kind of like propose a lot of things, a lot of ideas, like I said, don't follow through. Um, yeah, this person has an issue with that. Like they have a lack of follow through is what I'm feeling like, but they don't like the fact that you actually do follow through. Like that's weird. Like why would you not like that? Like they may feel like you jump to conclusions, or you're willing to plan things, you're willing to do things. This person may feel like they're not necessarily ready for what you're ready for. Um, is what I want to say. I hope y'all get what I'm saying. Like they may feel like they're not as ready or as willing, or they may not have the resources. Um, yeah, I don't know. This is weird. It's weird because I just feel like what's wrong with that? What's wrong with actually following through on what you say you want? Like like what's wrong with that? So whomever you're asking about may be someone that lives in like delusional la la land. They may fantasize a lot about what they want to do, but they don't necessarily create practical plans. So yeah, I don't know why that would be a negative thing, but some people like to live in delusion. Okay, some people like to do that. Some people like to future fake. Some people like to put out false promises or not finish things that they start. Like, some people are like that. Some people are too distracted. Okay, some people are like that, but it seems like this is a strength, but for this person, it's like it's negative. I think this may also be someone who is like limited, whether they have like a very limited mindset or they're limited in their skills and capabilities, like the things that they know how to do, or for lack of better terms, this could just be someone who isn't as risky or someone who isn't as willing to, be adventurous or to be spontaneous as you are. So that may be something that um they find to be like negative. Okay, as far as you being spontaneous, maybe they're just not. Maybe this is whoever you're asking about could be a scaredy cat. Okay, someone who isn't as willing to step out of their comfort zone. I hope y'all get that, Virgo. I hope it makes sense. I really do hope it makes sense, because I don't see it as a bad thing. I don't. Yeah, I think it causes a lot of stress. I think it causes a lot of stress because I don't think this person is actually ready and willing to go where you are willing to go, or they're ready and willing to do the things that you can do. Okay. Like, this may also be someone who has issues with like creating practical plans, because it's like you know, they'll be so excited about doing things, or like the things they say they want to do, like ideas that they have, things that they're inspired by, but they don't necessarily follow it up with practicality. So I think it causes a lot of like stress on this person. I definitely think it causes stress. Like, you and this individual may have had a lot of arguments about like actually following through and doing things, like creating plans. Like, you may have had a lot of stress surrounding this. And in my opinion, like, when it comes to plans, it's like a Virgo is going to plan. Like, a Virgo is going to plan. So I think something that this person should consider is just like going along with your plan for once, and just seeing it through, and understanding that it's going to work out, like by following your way or your plans, because it's like you're always going to do the right thing, what's best for all. So I think this is an individual that may be a bit like scared, they may be fearful, they may experience a lot of like self-doubts, and just like a lot of anxiety. Like, whoever you're asking about is like, energetically, I just think there could be a mismatch, or y'all could just be out of alignment in this way. So I don't know. Like, I hope y'all get what I'm saying, Virgo. Like, I know, but it's just, I hope the way that I'm communicating this to you makes sense. Sorry, y'all. Let me reshuffle. This card just kind of fell out. Yeah, let me reshuffle. Yeah, Jamaican DNH is cool. It's cool. Like, look, I wish I would have been able to direct you to another place, but see, the lady, her food was good, but she wasn't paying the rent, which I don't get. Like, she was not paying the rent. It's like her food was amazing, but when I tell you, she was not paying the rent, so they ended up switching out that place for a hot chicken spot. Okay, a hot chicken restaurant. So, unfortunately, you will have to go to Jamaican DNH. Like, unfortunately, that's one of the places. But the other place that was on Union Street in Wilmington, like, that food was delicious. It was a takeout spot though. At Jamaican DNH, you could get something to drink because they got a bar. Cha Cha said, "I'm making hot chicken right now." Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So how do you stand out? You're the most spiritual person that they've ever dated. Like, you are. You're the most spiritual person ever. Like, and you may even have this person rethinking their own sense of spirituality as well, especially if this was someone who wasn't really connected to spirit, they weren't connected to their intuition, like their intuition was blocked, or if they didn't really have any spiritual practices or rituals, or if some of them just didn't really believe in a higher power. Okay, it's like once you came into their life, it's like they really got familiar, okay, because you definitely operate from a different sense of knowledge and intelligence, okay, because you're definitely tapped into your Christ consciousness, okay, I can say that. So I really do think that you have made this person a believer. I really do think you have, like, believing in forces outside of just the physical 3D realm. Yeah, just with your sense of knowing, and just how, like, confident you are, and being able to listen to your inner guidance, or just like I said, that inner compass that's really leading you and directing you. So yeah, good for you. And it seems like you're being led to always make the best decisions, like the best decisions, right decisions, truthful decisions, like integritous decisions. Like, you can have your own sense of morality and ethics as well, which is definitely an anomaly in 2025. Okay, you're different. So this is good. I also feel like you're always giving this person like different gems, that definitely have them thinking about their life differently and understanding their experiences differently. Um, so yeah, I think this person just needs to be okay, and they need to lean into the fact that, like, you actually are ready to plan. And for some of you, you could actually want to truly make a difference in this person's life, but they're not, allowing themselves to accept it. Because just like I'm sitting here crossing my hands, it's like I feel like that's how this person is energetically sometimes. It's like, and they just need to be a bit more open and just see how things pan out if they try your way, okay? Or if they allow you to plan. Okay, like if they allow you to plan and to take inspired actions, and just see where things end up, see where things go. So this person can have an issue with control. Okay, control, they could be very rigid, very stubborn, and in some ways inflexible. So they're kind of used to like plans that never really get off the ground. They're used to that. Okay, they're used to plans that don't get off the ground, and you're just like, nah, I don't future fake. I don't put out false promises. Like, what I say I want to do, I do it. Like, that could definitely very much be your sentiment, or just how you live life, Virgo. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Y'all didn't tell me which air sign we're starting with. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a second. I'm gonna get something to drink. We have Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. All right, let me know. I'm gonna get some water, and then we'll start with that sign. Hey, Yoko. Libra. Okay. We could do that. All right, Libra. Your timestamp is going to be 2:03:15. So 2 hours, 3 minutes, 15 seconds. Libra. All right, Libra. The question is, how do you compare to the other partners they have dated or are dating? You know your situation. You know what your situation is. Okay? You know what your situation is. You want to say sup twin. We look alike. We look alike. Like, yeah, how do you compare positively? Well, this person loves your imagination. Okay, they love your imagination. Like, you could be a very like visionary person. Like, that's the thing that they like about you, and you're always positively thinking. Okay, so you're very optimistic. What I also heard is like you actually just really want the best. You could also be that type of person that exhibits like a high sense of will, because I keep hearing like when there's a will there's a way. So you don't really allow yourself to be like railroaded into, I guess I could say, like one option or not. You're definitely that individual that will think about the limitless possibilities. When one door closes, another one opens. Like you're that type of thinker. You're also very resourceful. It's like you're always gonna figure out a way or even like a creative solution. So you could be very creative. Okay. Like when you experience an issue or problem, it's like you're not just gonna sit there and, allow yourself to, in many ways similar to Capricorn, like struggle or suffer or allow things to not go into your favor. It's like you're always going to think about a different way in which things can actually work out, positively for you, which is good. Just taking it back to you being a visionary, it's like you actually do have plans for your life. This person likes that about you. Yeah, I mean, in many ways, you could be very like idealistic, but I don't see this in a negative way in which you're, naive or you're being foolish or you're being gullible. I really think that you just think positively. Like you're always anticipating a positive result. Okay. You're anticipating a positive result. You're not anticipating for things to fail. This person also likes the fact that you're very creative and artistic as well. So you all could be like an artist, you could be an entertainer, um, you could be a poet, like because I just keep hearing like artistic or creative expressions. So you may express yourself through, different modes of art. Okay. Which is really nice. This person also likes the fact that you are just a very like kind and you're just a very charming person. They also feel like you're very romantic as well. They feel like you're always looking for ways to like please, them. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. You're a crowd pleaser. So they feel like you're always looking for ways to like please them. Or you're always expressing your emotions just in a very like kind, nice, and romantic way. You may also be very like, charming as well. I think I said that. You're very charming. Like this person, what I heard was like they're either like a Scrooge or a Grinch. So they may be a bit rough around the edges. Okay, maybe a bit rough around the edges, but it's like how you have appeared in their life is like you have kind of like broken down their walls and defenses. Okay, so yeah, I just also heard it's this song by Jay-Z where it's called like Song Cry, where he's like, but I gotta let the song cry or something like that. So you may inspire people to have like very cathartic emotional experiences. Like you could, just make someone feel so like overwhelmed with positive emotions and they may have never felt that way before, or they may have tried to stop themselves from feeling that way. Like, I think with this person, whoever this is like you've you really did something to them. Like you did something to them. And what I just also heard was like you had the ability to like actually make them fall in love with you. Okay. You had the ability to make them fall in love with you. Like this person might have felt like, they could never fall in love. Okay. Or they might have felt like, they had a first love and it's like, no, you're their first love. Like, what are you talking about? You're their first love. Okay. I don't care how old y'all are. Okay. You're their first love. So you definitely had the ability to like enter this person's heart space even when they were not necessarily anticipating that, or because, or even if they didn't necessarily want that. Okay. So this person may have not necessarily been looking for love, but you yeah, you made them fall in love for real. They may have also had like other options or people that they're talking to, but it's like you're the person that inspires them to like actually want to enter a relationship, or you inspire them to actually want to connect with you. Yeah. Yeah, I actually do think that you tend to like nourish this connection um from a place of like just imagination. Okay, you tend to nourish this connection from imagination. Like, so it's not to say that like you're not based in reality. Like, yeah, you could be very much based in reality, but I just all I what I'm getting here is like you're always thinking about how things can positively work out. Okay, you're always thinking about how things can progress beautifully. That's just how you're thinking, and that's also how you're moving. So in many ways it's like you really do give this connection, just you give it like, what I want to say, like your edge is more so like you being emotional, okay? And developing a true emotional connection with others. So I feel like you pay attention to others, you pay attention to this person, and you may even, look at different ways in which they could be deficient, or look at ways in which they could need support, and you're willing to be there to like support that person, like with kind words. You can even support that person with a hug, or just spending intimate time with them where you actually can bond with them. So I feel like the time that you spend with this person is cherished. Okay, they cherish the one-on-one time that they can actually get with you. Like I feel like it does more for them than anybody else that they have dated in the past or are currently dating. Like the time that you spend with this person. So let's say you decided to like distance yourself from this person and go no contact, is like they would definitely be they would be distraught. Okay, they would definitely be distraught. Like this person might even cry, or they may even experience like moodiness or even temper tantrums. Like, if you decided to like take a step back, I think your energy is very important. Like, and I also feel like whoever you're asking about could be very emotionally unavailable. So you did something. Okay, you definitely entered this person's heart space. Like, and you made them fall in love. Like, that's why I keep hearing like they're a Scrooge or a Grinch or something. Like they be running away from love, but it's hard for them to do that when they encounter you. Yeah, if you're a woman, you're definitely in your Empress energy. I can tell you that for a fact. Okay. Um definitely your Empress energy. Good night, Shanice. Have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you again, girl. Take it easy. Okay? Please take it easy. Yo, I'm done. Yeah, Libra, you could be here today and gone tomorrow. Okay, like this person does not like this about you. This is how you compare negatively. Like I feel like you're very tapped into your emotions. Like, and it's nothing wrong with that. Like it's nothing wrong with that. Because you're showing up as somewhat of an emotionally intelligent person. Okay, you're showing up as somewhat emotionally mature. But yeah, when things get hard, you leave. Okay, when things get hard, you leave. So they may be used to people that kind of like stick things out with them. Whoever you're asking about could also have like abandonment issues, or they may have issues with being able to walk away from things that no longer serve them. Okay, they may have issues with doing that. So in many ways, it's like you could be like influencing or teaching this person like that they should do that. Okay, they should be able to get up from the table when they don't like what is being served. They should be able to focus on their own personal pursuit of happiness. So you could be teaching this person that. But as it relates to y'all's relationship, it's like when something isn't working out, like because you put so much into it. So it's like when you're frustrated, when you're tired, when you feel like, yeah, maybe you should turn your back on this person for whatever reason, when you feel like, yeah, maybe I should let go, maybe I should go focus on something else. And maybe, you're still in a relationship with this person, but at any given point in time, you may, feel emotionally drawn elsewhere. This doesn't necessarily mean drawn to another relationship, but you may feel drawn to focus on your finances. You may feel drawn to focus on your hobbies. You may feel drawn to focus on your immediate family. Like, so you may be pulled elsewhere. And it's like, this person doesn't like the fact that like you'll leave. You'll literally drop this whole relationship, drop this, no longer pour into it, no longer nourish it, and you'll just leave. Okay. They don't like that. They feel like even when you temporarily step away to focus on other things, like they feel like you could be abandoning them or letting them go for whatever reason. I think it's because this individual you're asking about could be a bit like emotionally unavailable. Like you're opening up this person's like heart space. You really are. It's like you're opening it up. Okay. You're helping this person to unblock their heart chakra, to develop an emotional connection to their life, or to the things they say they want to do, towards their visions, towards You're helping them develop an emotional connection towards what they do for a living. Like you're just helping this person to like come back into their body, because I feel like this is someone that definitely has been disassociating. So it's like you do so much positive work for this person, like just helping them to heal. So it's like when you are, let's say, preoccupied and you have something else going on, it's like you will not hesitate to kind of like put this situation on the back burner, or you'll put it on ice and you'll just turn your back. So this person doesn't like that. When you leave, or when there's space and distance between the both of you, it seems like there's complete space and distance, and things may even go radio silent, and this person never knows when you're going to switch gears and go focus on something else. They never know when you're going to, maybe stop pouring into this relationship or stop pouring into them and decide that you got to go do something else. So you may not be as communicative with that. Yeah, they feel like you could be a bit inconsistent, like you're here today, gone tomorrow. They feel like there's other things that may be sparking your interest that's not them, so you'll just up and abandon them and not even say nothing. So you may have experienced a lot of like starts and stops in this relationship. There could have been a lot of ghosting going on in this relationship, or you just like focusing on something else. And that causes this person to feel a lot of like fear and anxiety because they think you're leaving them. Okay. They feel like you're doing something else. They feel like you could be engaged in other relationships. That's how they feel. That's definitely how they feel. I feel like this person has definitely developed an attachment. Okay, they've developed an attachment towards you, but it's like when you leave, they don't think that, oh, you're leaving to focus on work or to focus on your finances. They always think you're leaving, and you're turning your back on them, or you're even doing something in secret that is hurting them. Okay, that's how they feel. So they may feel that, okay, when you're not pouring time and energy and attention to them, they may feel like, oh, you could be cheating, like that's just one example. Like, oh, you could be cheating, or you could be, involving yourself in a lot of like unhealthy habits. So there's a lot of like projection going on as far as like what they think that you could be doing. Yeah. Yeah. So this is what they don't like. They don't like that your moves are unpredictable. And you don't necessarily communicate with them. Like you don't try to come to an understanding with them about like what's going on in your life. You're not being as open. Like they don't like that. You're not necessarily giving them a play by play. I hope that makes sense, Libra. I really do. Yeah. But how do you stand out? Like, well, you definitely show love. I feel like I said, nobody has made this person fall in love like you have. Okay? Nobody has made them fall in love. No one has ever made them feel love. Like I said, like I don't care who this person is, like, or who they dated or who they're dating right now. Like you are this person's first love. Like you are their first love. So yeah, that's how you stand out. Like no one has ever entered this person's heart space in the same way in which you have. Okay. No one has ever done that. Like, so that's it, Libra. I hope you all understood that reading. I feel like I've been talking for a very long time, and so my words are starting to get like jumbled up. I feel like Virgo's reading was a little like long because I had to like explain. I feel like your reading was kind of dragging along as well. But all right, let's go ahead and move on to Gemini. Gemini, your timestamp is going to be 2/19. All right, Gemini. I'm gonna have to change your timestamp. It's because I be talking so much, my lips getting chapped. Like, all right, Gemini, your timestamp is gonna be 2/19/30. right, Gemini, how do you compare to the other partners they have dated or are currently dating? How do you compare? All right. Yeah. Similar to another sign, Gemini, it's your ability to like move through any challenges. It's like you have a very determined mindset. Um, you have a very good sense of like emotional self control. So you're very emotionally mature or intelligent. That's something that they like. Um, and you also are very like agreeable as well, especially if it makes sense. And especially if your agreement is going to lead towards some type of success or achievement. It's like they like that about you. Um, and in many ways it's like you don't even need someone to agree with you, because what I just heard is touch and agree. Y'all know when y'all go to church and they be like, all right, touch and agree. Like touch and agree. It's like you don't necessarily need to be on the same page or on one accord with another person. Okay, like that's how self-directed that you are. You don't need someone to agree with you in order for your plans to result in success. Okay, you're just gonna do what you want, even if you have to go about it on your own. Okay, you're a very focused person, like I said, very self-directed, and you have a good sense of self-control. That's emotional self-control, your ability to regulate yourself, um, and also self-control as it relates to your life direction. You know exactly where you are headed in life. Okay, you don't need another person to co-sign your plans or your ideas. You don't necessarily need that. Like you could share your thoughts and opinions with others, but if someone doesn't agree, okay, if they don't touch and agree with what it is that you're trying to accomplish in life, that's not going to stop you. Okay, so you're used to going at things on your own. But as it relates to dealing with other people, it's like you try to be as agreeable as possible. Like even when your thoughts and opinions oppose theirs, it's like you're going to try to find the middle ground. Okay, so that's what this person likes about you. But yeah, you're always consistently making progress in life. They like the fact that you're a successful person, and you don't necessarily give up, even when you're tired, even when you feel like you want to fall back, even when you feel like you just can't do it or you can't get up. It's like you're always going to get back up. Okay, you're a very resilient person, similar to another sign. I forgot what it was. I think it was maybe Capricorn. It's like you definitely have grit. Okay, even in moments where you might be feeling like physically weak or tired, it's like you're never going to stop. You're never going to give up. Similar to Capricorn, for you is mind over matter. Okay, and you want success so bad, it's like you're literally not going to stop. Like you're a very ambitious person. Like you want success so bad, like you're going to do what's necessary, even if you have to go at it, like I said, alone and by yourself. You have no issues with doing that. Okay, yeah, like you have no issues with doing that. Like you're definitely that person that has the ability to fight through fear, fight through anxiety. That's you. Like you're not going to allow fear to stop you. Like, and I feel like you are able to like battle, you know, because what I just heard was like you are your own worst enemy. Okay. So I feel like you've gotten over that aspect of yourself. Okay. Even if experience like negative or pessimistic thoughts, it's like you're going to battle, you're going to wrestle with those thoughts, and you're going to choose to push forward at the end of the day. So maybe there's even been, points and times in your life where you told yourself, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's like, even if you experience those thoughts of, oh, I can't, it's like you're going to push past that. Okay. That's not going to stop you. All right. So, yeah, you have the ability to overcome obstacles, and you get in control of your mind. Okay. Because your mind could be telling you one thing, your body could be telling you another, your heart space could be telling you something else. Like, it's like you're going to get in control of all of these things. Like, because the goal for you is progress. The goal for you is success. That's the goal for you. Okay. So, regardless of you telling yourself that you can't, or even if other people try to come up against you and tell you that you can't, it's like you're always going to prove them wrong by continuing to push forward. Okay. So yeah, you definitely confront challenges head on. Like you do. Yeah. Yeah, even in points and times where you might be conflicted, even in points and times where you might have like, different choices or multiple options that you need to choose from, is like you're gonna make the best choice for you. I feel like you operate from a place of like emotional clarity, like you know exactly what you want, and you're like a feelings based person as well. Like with you being an air sign, it's not just about logic for you, it's like you do consider your feelings as well, and you understand that you feel a particular type of way for a reason, so you're not afraid to explore your feelings. Okay, you're not afraid to explore that. um so good for you. Like good for you. Like you really will consider your emotions, because some people don't. I know sometimes I don't consider my emotions. Like it's neither here nor there for me. Okay, because sometimes I'll be emotional, and other times I'll just be mental. Okay, like that's just me personally. Okay, so it seems like you have a good balance of both. Like you can step into your emotional body, that's what I heard, and then you can also focus on um what's going on with you mentally as well. All right. So that was positive. Now let's look at negatively. Okay. Like, where are you outranked, Gemini? Where are you outranked? And shout out to everybody that is still tuning into the live. Definitely make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and hype the video up as well, because it helps with my channel's discoverability. Yeah. I mean, I think your strengths can sometimes work against you. And sometimes it can work against you. Like, so, like I said, it's like you don't necessarily need other people to agree with what it is that you want to do, in order for you to do it. Okay. You don't need people to co sign you. But in some ways, it's like you may not necessarily give others a chance to like catch up to where you are. Because I feel like you have a certain level of like faith and belief in yourself, that what I just heard is like defying the odds. Okay. Like you defy the odds. And when I said defy, I also thought about defying gravity from Wicked. Like, so make it make sense for you. Like, but it's like, yeah, you don't necessarily need other people to like agree with you. But I think sometimes it's you just you move on so quick that you don't necessarily give others, like I said, the chance to like keep up with you. I think this person wants to go with you. Okay, I feel like whatever you're doing, wherever you're going, even if you're traveling, if you're deciding to start a new stream of income, or like deciding to start some creative project, a hobby, is like, you know, you tend to kind of go about it by yourself. Like you don't necessarily need others. But I feel like this person thinks that like you move too fast. Like there's nothing wrong with you being ambitious. I think they want to like go with you, but they may not necessarily have that same level of willpower, or they may not be as skilled as you. They may not have the same type of capabilities as you. So in many ways, I feel like you're a very independent person. This person feels like you may not necessarily be like a team player, especially as it relates to like things you're doing like financially or for income. Like I think this person wants to, like I said, come with you, or they want to be involved. But they feel like you don't necessarily want them to be involved in what it is that they're doing. And this person also feels like you're not necessarily like helping them. You're not helping them, so you may be well off financially, or you may know how to earn money. They feel like there's information and knowledge that you have, but you're not necessarily supporting them. This person may also feel like you're watching them struggle. So take it as it applies. They may want you to help them with like actual tangible resources. Okay, like they may want you to help them with like money, like a place to stay, transportation. Like there's an obvious need that this person has, but they feel like you're watching them struggle. So maybe partners that they've had in the past have either struggled with them, or maybe they were willing to help this person out, but they just feel like you're not helping them. Even if, like I said, if you had knowledge or experience as it relates to like a certain stream of income, or if you could help this person get a job, or help them get acclimated with what it is that you're doing for money, they just feel like you're not doing that. Like you're not necessarily supporting them. So they're used to people helping them, I guess it is what they're trying to say. Okay. They're used to people helping them. And they may not feel like they have a true sense of like stability and security with you, that like you will be there, with them, or you would be willing to like, include them. That you would be willing to help them, because it's like you're so focused on what it is that you have going on, like independently as an individual. And I feel like, it's nothing wrong with that. I just feel like, if this person like wants your help, if they need some type of resource, I do think they need to say something. Because what I also heard was like, closed mouths don't get fed. So I'm not sure what it is that this person needs from you, but I do think it's something material or tangible. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. They may need some resources. They may need an opportunity. Maybe there's an opportunity that you have, that you know about, that would help to like increase this person's finances, or to help them to become a bit more like financially stable. Um, yeah, they just feel like in many ways it's like you're watching them struggle. Like you see that they need help, but you're not being so willing to like help them or to support them. I hope y'all get what I'm saying, Gemini. They feel like you're just kind of focused on yourself and you're leaving them behind in the dust. So maybe partners that they've had, like I said, they've either been on the struggle bus with this person, or they've been willing to like help this person out when they asked. But like I said, closed mouths don't get fed. So whoever this person is, Gemini, like they need your help. They need your help, like to help better their financial situation, or to at least help them stay afloat so that they don't go under. Yeah, I think this person is like paying very close attention to what it is that you're doing to earn a living. For some of them, they could be pocket watching. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm just gonna tell you, like for some of them, they could be doing that. But uh, in a light, more so in a lighter sense, I feel like this person is just curious about what it is that you're doing. Okay. So you can have a very unconventional stream of income. They're curious about it. They may want to learn more about it, but they may just be too afraid to ask for the help. So yeah, closed mouths don't get fed. They got to speak up. For all of you, this person isn't necessarily pocket watching. I just really think they're watching you from afar, is kind of what I want to say. It's like they're watching you from afar. They may be a bit like, yeah, a bit too afraid to ask questions. I think this person needs to ask questions, because if you're not willing to just give them money, you may be willing to like give them um, opportunities or resources that they can use that would better their financial situation, or that would better their livelihood. They just have to ask. But yeah, they feel like you're leaving them behind and you're watching them struggle, and they don't like that. Yeah, how do you stand out? Okay. Gemini, like, you know what you want. Okay, you definitely know what you want. You're very self-expressive. That's something that they like about you. That's definitely something that stands out. Now this message is very specific, so take it if it resonates. But if you've gotten intimate with this person, they feel like you're literally the best lover that they've ever had. Okay, yeah, they feel like you're the best lover that they've ever had. But for others, if that's not for you, it is what it is. This person admires your confidence and your hustler mentality. Okay, like, so yeah, I think they need to just ask for support, ask for help. They just need to speak up and ask for whatever it is that they're needing. But yeah, I think it has something to do with their financial situation. because you're showing up as not even just like financially responsible, but it's just like you're showing up as a very like abundant and prosperous person. Okay, you're showing up as very abundant and prosperous. Um, and they feel like you should be a bit more kind and generous by like, actually paying attention to them and seeing that they need help. But I feel like they need to ask. So that's it, Gemini. Let's go ahead and move on to the final sign for the night, which is Aquarius, last but not least. I hope that you all are doing well. The chat has definitely not been moving. So let me go out of the live. Let me refresh the page and let's see, because the chat has definitely been stuck. And I want to make sure that I am interacting with you all that are here. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right, y'all. Last sign of the night is Aquarius. Thank you. Cha said I did great on time. Thank you. I know the readings typically get longer and longer over time. Like, I know they do. Because, like, Cancer's reading was like, what? Like, 10 minutes? All right, Aquarius, your timestamp is going to be 2:37. But I also talk as well. Like, I interact with the chat. So sometimes that'll make the reading seem like it's longer, but it's not. All right, Aquarius, how do you compare to the other partners they have dated or are currently dating? Okay. Well, Aquarius, you love yourself, okay? You love yourself. Like, you definitely do. And because you love yourself, it's like you know how to show up for others, regardless of the relation or the relationship. So yeah, this person loves the fact that you have a very high level and sense of like self-love. You can take care of yourself. And you also may have a great balance of your divine feminine and masculine energies. Okay, because as you all know, regardless of self, if you're a man, woman, however you consider yourself or identify yourself to be, it's like regardless of that, it's like you're going to have both masculine and feminine energy. Okay, it's the energy. It's not just relegated to your sex, to your sexuality, or even to your gender. It's not. So this person loves the fact that you are like just well balanced. Okay. Hey Bria, I did Gemini already. Gemini's timestamp is 2:19:30. And Leo's timestamp is 44:45. But yeah, Aquarius, they love the fact that you have a good balance of energy. Okay, so not only can you be receptive and intuitive, you can also be very structured, disciplined, and action based as well. Okay, so you have a good balance of that. This person also likes the fact that, well, at least compared to the other people that they've dated, it's like you actually care about inspiring peace and harmony between you and them. Okay, so I feel like you're someone who is willing to work things out. You feel like, yeah, you feel like love is just, yeah, it's true, it's literally the highest vibration, like, and you just feel like you would prefer to keep the peace. It's like when you love somebody, it's like you're willing to listen to what they have to say. You're willing to be a bit more flexible because you don't have to be, okay. Like Aquarius, you already know yourself, okay. You know yourself, you're very smart, you're intelligent, and you're perceptive. Like you don't necessarily need anybody, okay. Like, and the way in which you're functioning, okay, your mental capacity is very high, okay, is very high. So you don't necessarily need another person. Like you'll be okay living life by yourself if you had to. All right. But when you're in a relationship, it's like, love is literally in many ways what conquers all. Like, even if there's disagreements that you have with this person, it's like you're gonna think about the love that you have for them. You're gonna consider that, as opposed to just focusing on, trying to get your own way, or being conflictual, or being, intimidating someone or bullying someone to get your way, or trying to have meaningless fights and arguments. Like, you just understand that, like, that's a battle that you don't necessarily care about winning. You would rather care about being diplomatic, and being with your person, so good for you. Like, because some people will sit here and say that they're in relationships, but then they're, backbiting, then they're, causing arguments and conflicts, and they're putting their person down. It's like you're not on that type time. It's like when you say you love somebody, you really do treat them, with respect. Okay, you treat them with respect. So that's good. Like, that's definitely good. What else? Yeah, you're a very communicative person. You actually care about making, decisions that don't necessarily only benefit you, but it's going to benefit the relationship in general. And what is it? What else is there about you? Yeah, you care about, hearing out your partner's perspective, even when it's far fetched. Okay. Because I'm not going to hold you, Aquarius. Like, I'm not going to hold you. I feel like in your relationships or in your connections, it's like you always know what the best thing is to do, or what the right thing is to do. Like, I mean, I always say, like, right is subjective, but for you, it's very objective. Like, right is right and wrong is wrong. Like, we don't really need to think too much into it. Okay, so I feel like even when your partner's perspective may be, um, wrong, okay, or they may be trying to make a decision in which you deem might not be the right decision at any given point in time, it's like you still have to consider it, because this is the person that you chose to be in a relationship with, okay. Like, this is the person that you chose to be with, so you consider that. So yeah, you're a considerate person. It's like when you're in a relationship with someone, regardless of the relationship, it's like regardless of the partnership, regardless of what type of union it is, it's like you're gonna consider them. But yeah, first and foremost, you have self love and respect for yourself. Okay. You have self love and respect. So there's certain things that you're not willing to do that this person has experienced, other partners being willing to do, but it has, been at an expense of their dignity. Okay. Because I just heard Whitney Houston say, like, you can't take away my dignity. Okay. So, greatest love of all, for some reason that song just popped up. Maybe you like that song, or maybe it resonates with you if you listen to the lyrics. Okay, but yeah, you're a very dignified person. Okay, you have your standards, and they may have dealt with a lot of, people that have done things or acted out in certain ways that have, shown a lack of self-love or a lack of respect for themselves. So yeah. Yeah, they've dealt, whoever you're asking about, it's like they've dealt with a lot of, like, empty and hollow people. I feel like you have a lot of substance. Okay, so they're not bored with you. You're not a shallow person. um Similar to a couple of the other signs that I read for tonight, it's like you actually have depth. Like, you're an actual important person, and you make your partner feel important, even if your way is the right way, your way is the best way. It's like you still will consider your partner. Okay. You still will consider them. But at the end of the day, you know what it is, Aquarius. Like, you know what it is. It's like you could be a lot smarter than this person. You really are. I'm not even gonna hold you. You're a lot smarter than whoever it is that you're with. But it's like you don't hold that against them. Somaya, did I say your name right? Somaya, I think I said it right. Hey, all right. So let's go over to the other end of the spectrum. How do you compare in a negative light? Okay, negative. It is what it is. Like, negative, like, negative. Sorry, I had to fix my eyelash because I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's getting late. Maybe it's getting late. Okay. It's funny because you respect your partner, okay? But I think whoever you're asking about is like the ideas that they have are a bit outlandish for you. Okay? It's a bit too outlandish. Okay? Like sometimes you don't really understand the things that this person is inspired by or the things that they want to do. You might also feel like this is someone who is just impulsive. They don't think things through. You may also feel like this person could be a bit like selfish in some ways, or they don't have practical plans. You don't just support any idea that this person comes up with. Okay, that's something that they don't like. Okay, because I feel like this person expects you to like immediately co-sign what it is that they want to do. Like, for example, this person could say like, "Oh, I want to go jump out of a plane." And you're not just going to be like, oh yeah, go jump out of that plane. It's like you're going to sit here and think like, okay, well, like, do you think that's safe? Do you think that makes sense? Especially if you have a family with this person. Like if y'all have kids, you might think to yourself like, so you want to just go do something risky that could potentially take you away from being able to be there for your kids. Like, so it's like you don't just co-sign any outlandish idea that this person has. Okay, like you will actually take a second to think. It's like you do consider your partner, but it's like when your partner starts like coming up with a lot of like, what I want to say is out of pocket, but the only word that comes to mind is like outlandish, like, or like weird things that inspire them, like just like new passions that don't necessarily make sense. It's like you're not going to immediately just agree. Okay, that's not necessarily what you're going to do. Like, so I think this person might feel some type of way, like they expect you to agree with everything that they say. And look, you're willing to hear them out, but I do attribute or associate rather the Queen of Swords with Aquarius. It's like you are going to be willing to hear that person out, but it's like at the end of the day, you're going to say like, okay, let's be logical here. Okay, let's be rational here. Like, does this make sense? Like does this really make sense? Like you're going to ask those questions that I feel like sometimes like rains on this person's parade. But to be quite frank, it's like if this is one of those impulsive people that are like inspired by a lot of new things, and there's nothing wrong with being inspired, but it's just like if it's not making logical sense, then it's just not. Okay, so regardless of this person not liking this aspect about you, like it's something that's needed. Okay, they don't like the fact that you don't just go along to get along. They don't like that. Okay, now I feel like you actually will respect your partner and you will actually love your partner, but you're not necessarily going along to get along. Like they're used to people that just kind of like co-sign whatever it is that they want to do, like people who don't necessarily present an opposition. But the fact of the matter is like just like they may have opinions that oppose your opinions and thoughts. It's like you're going to have thoughts and opinions that oppose them as well. So the respect needs to go both ways. Okay? That's all I'm saying here, Aquarius. The respect needs to go both ways because you can respect them, but are they going to respect you in return? And I think that's the issue here with this individual. That's just what I'm seeing. But yeah, they don't like the fact that you don't just co-sign everything that they want to do. I'm not mad at that though. I'm not mad. Okay, I'm definitely not mad. Yeah, they don't like that. They don't like that. Like whoever it is that you're thinking about, whoever it is that's on your mind, I just feel like yeah, this must be like a fire sign person, okay? Because that's just kind of what I'm picking up here. Is like they could be inspired by a lot of different things, like, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong, but I just feel like they need to consider how their ideas, or their passions, or the things that they want to do, they need to consider how that affects the whole entire community and not just them. So, this person might throw temper tantrums at times, or y'all might have arguments or domestic conflicts because you're not just willing to co-sign every little thing that they're wanting to do or that they're planning to do. Like, I just think this person doesn't like you questioning them, and like just asking them what their plan is. I don't think they like that. I think this is someone who just likes to impulsively do things. But it's like you're gonna question, like, what are your plans? Like, you're not saying that they can't take risks. You're not saying that they cannot do that. You're not saying that they can't explore or step out of their comfort zone or try something new. But there needs to be a plan in place. Like, it should make sense. So whoever you're with, I just feel like you have issues with this person, or whoever this is. Maybe this is someone you're not dating anymore. It's like you do have issues with how they go about things. Okay, you have issues with that, and I think it just is what it is. Like, it is what it is. Like, this person, they yeah, they just feel like you could be a bit like egotistical, like, oh, you think you're right, or that type of thing. Like, oh, stop being so stubborn. They look at you as being stubborn, but I just look at you as someone who's being logical. Like, does this actually make logical sense or not? And it's like this person just can't, they just they cannot face that. It's like they just can't face that. They don't like, I don't know if they just don't like that. They don't like it. But in my opinion, like, come on. Like, I get it, Aquarius. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but in my opinion, I feel like someone needs to think. Like, someone needs to think, and I feel like it's gonna be you. So yeah, whomever you're with, whoever this person is, or you're not talking to them, like, it is what it is. I think they need to understand that you can't just live life on the edge all the time, or just make risky decisions without thinking about how it affects other people. And there's nothing wrong with taking risks, because yeah, you might win. Okay. But in the case of Sagittarius, the reading that we did tonight is like, we understand that you win some and you lose some. So everything isn't going to always pan out successfully, no matter how well you plan. Okay, it just is what it is. Sometimes there are external factors that come into play that may, change the course of direction. Or it may, like, inhibit growth. Like, what we thought was going to go through, it didn't. I mean, there's only so much that you can do. Like, some things are sudden and unexpected. So I do think that just how you're thinking about things is very needed. Okay, it's essential. It's important. So yeah, with you in this connection, it's just the aspect of duality. Like, you and whoever you're connecting with are just different people. Y'all are different people fundamentally. Okay, but just like you're making space and room for them, like I said, respect needs to go both ways. They need to make space and room for what you're thinking as well. Your opinion matters. You're literally the thinker in this connection. Like, they could be the doer, you're the thinker. Like, all right, so how do you stand out? All right, Aquarius. I'm about to go ahead and wrap up your reading for today. Yeah. How do you stand out? Yes, self-respect. Like I've been saying, self-respect. Like, self-respect. Like, you're a dignified person. Okay. You have standards. Okay. You have high standards for yourself. Okay. And that also translates into high standards for others. Okay. Like, so that's amazing. But it's just taking back to what I said before. It's like you're respectful. Okay, you're respectful of others, but you also are a respectable person, and that's how you show up. So you command respect from others. And like I said, it's like you don't compromise yourself. Okay, you do not compromise yourself. And this person loves that. They may have been used to people that have done a lot of things. What I heard was shady things, maybe shady business. Maybe they've been used to people who do illegal activities or crimes, or or people that just do things that are beneath them, do strange things. But it's like, no, you have a good sense of like integrity, morals, and ethics. Like, you know what you're going for, and you know what you're not. You have boundaries, so no one can convince you to do something that is beneath you. Okay, you're that type of person that feels like you need to be able to look at the mirror and love who you see. Okay, you need to be able to look at the mirror and to be happy with who you are as a person, happy with the choices and decisions that you make, happy with just your behavior, or just your habitual patterns. Like, you have to be happy with yourself. Okay, and for you, your happiness comes from having a high level and sense of respect for yourself. Like, but that's it, Aquarius. I hope your reading made sense. I hope all of the readings made sense. I know sometimes my thoughts just kind of swirl together. Like, my channel messages just be all over the place sometimes. My mind moves very quickly. And sometimes I need a second to just translate it into words, because I know what I'm feeling, but I have to ensure that I'm expressing it in a way in which y'all can understand. So that's it for me. Okay, that is definitely it. Hey, the one, did you change your screen name? Because I'm like, who is the one? Did you did you change your screen name? Like, exactly. Exactly. They definitely are. Okay. And sometimes the soup does not make sense. Yes. What was your previous screen name? Because I'm just like, wait. Oh, one who possessed. Okay, yeah. Okay, all right. Okay, yeah. That's what's up. It's nice to see you. It's definitely great to see you. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live and post the timestamps so you could go back and watch for whichever signs you want to watch for. And yeah, I actually enjoyed doing this reading for today. It was a very entertaining read. Um, I know I was supposed to read for another question, and I know like I've had to reschedule some questions, but there's a deck that I ordered. Well, I ordered it days ago, but Amazon just be doing this thing where it's like they don't take the money out on the day of. And it's like, when did Amazon start doing that? Like, when did Amazon start doing that? Because I feel like whenever I used to pay for something on Amazon, it's like they would literally take the money out immediately. But I just think it's a lot of like third party sellers on there that don't necessarily, take out the money like Amazon does. But yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Charlene. Yeah, 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 yeah. Roger, I'm going out next weekend. Okay, I know they're gonna play that song. I promise. I don't be dancing to the songs like that. Like, I'm just be trying to be appropriate for YouTube. Like, but I really do be going in for real. um, but yeah, I forgot what I was saying. All right, I feel like I need to go post the timestamp so y'all could go ahead and watch the readings back. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Yeah, there was a deck that I ordered. It's coming in. Um, and I wanted to use it for one of the upcoming questions. Um, but yeah, I'm hoping to, be able to go live again on Friday. Um, my weeks have definitely been busy. Like, last week was busy, this week is busy, next week is busy. So it just might be a lot until January 1st. Okay. But it is what it is. Like, I'm just grateful to be here. All right. All right. Y'all have a good one. Don't let these people stress y'all out. Okay. Do not. Be blessed and keep God first.